Yo, welcome to another episode of V N APE. It's been technical difficulties, bro.
Listen, I've been trying to fuck fat bitches with stretch marks.
That's physical difficulties.
Bitches with the best farts.
You know who I want to fuck, dude? The hijabi chicks. The
bitches with the hijab?
Yeah.
You want them wearing that shit while you fuck or what?
Probably.
Habib? Not Habib. That's
no, hijabs. Hijabs, right? That's what they're called?
Yeah.
The Muslim chicks.
I'm thinking Habibi.
No. The hijab, the shit the Muslim chicks put on.
Them chicks are bad, bro.
Do you want... Alright, is the intrigue what's under... Is the intrigue what's under the hijab? Or is the intrigue, like, fucking her while she has it? Like,
I think it's both, cause
I think he just wants some Arab bitches.
Yeah, I do, bro.
I feel like it's kind of like you know how like when fat guys fucking they keep the shirt on.
That's kind of like the reason this pod was created, bro.
I can't.
For fat guys, they don't want to take their shirt off when they have sex.
Nah, just trying to smash Muslim chicks, you know.
That's smashing Muslim chicks. That
was the goal.
This is like reverse 9/11.
Pretty
much. It's like 11/9, which is my birthday. For all you scammers out there.
Connecting though, the science though. You're doing it.
So we in the building, THC in the house.
Can't believe we actually made it.
But you want to fucking Arab bitch is what you're saying.
Preferably the Muslim ones, you know.
But see, you shit on me when I was trying to get some Arab pussy in high school. You remember that?
Don't remember any Arab chicks you were fucking.
I was trying to get some Arab pussy. Yeah.
It might have been too close to 9/11.
Yeah.
It might have been too close to 9/11.
No, it was more than enough time to process the event. I know you're from New York and shit, but
damn, that's like you unlocked the fucking flashback memory, dog. I forgot
you was gonna get terrorized by pussy, bro.
I forgot about that chick, dude.
Well, if anything, he's an American hero because he's trying to get back. It's like the Empire Strikes Back.
Fucking patriot is what I am, guys.
Facts. Big facts.
Jesus Christ, we're here with the one, the only. Me and V were arguing about how to pronounce your name, by the way. So I need you to clear the record here.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, bro. We were thinking like it's hair, like the thing on top of your head.
I want to know who's on what side because that's gonna tell me who took English classes.
I'm on Air.
That's fucking cap, bro. This nigga did not think it was Air.
Yes, I did.
No, but as long as you play video games, read books, like into some type of nerdy shit, you will know a little bit. Nowadays, people have the cheat code of Game of Thrones because fucking Jon Snow is like the official heir, and the whole thing's about heirs and heirs and heirs. But no, it's Heir. But growing up in Hialeah, you know, I first had my rap name since official Heir started freshman year, so I always, my whole life, my best friends, Heir, well, hey, I love your shit, Heir, bro, my dog official Heir. Like, my friends would talk to me, like introducing me to girls, like, my friend raps, his name's official Heir. And I'm kind of like, it's really not. And nowadays I have long hair, so it's funnier, but...
That kind of was a thing for me, too, when I was younger. Like, people would always... I don't know why. Like, my last name is Velasco, and people sometimes would just say Velasquez. And I'm like, yo, retard, it's Velasco.
That's terrible. I hate that.
Like, I just hated shit like that. Like,
yeah, no, facts.
Yo, we got Michael Velasquez. I'm like, yo, fam, like...
Motherfucker. Who is that guy?
For real.
Who the fuck is that guy?
looks back and shit like, yo, who is he talking about? Like...
Yeah, dog, so it is Air. So
we got the man Air in the building.
You get the point, Abe, on that one.
So you're a dude that's been you're a Hialeah dude?
Hialeah Chico.
Nice.
THC, that Hialeah Chico.
Been rapping since what? Since you were like a fucking fetus, basically.
So the question is, there's pictures of like me and my mom's belly, and my old boy putting like fucking headphones on that shit. I gotta use that as an album cover. But yeah, so music's been my thing. But I haven't like. I first started recording, we listened to it right before we started doing the pod. My first recording was freshman year, but before that, I was writing records. Like, I heard What's Beef as in 5th grade, and me and my friends caught some pressure, like, over video games type shit. Like, my friend was accusing me of, like, stealing for some shit, and I was like, that's so fucked up that you think I would do that. And then I just wrote some shit. I flipped the What's Beef, like, the Biggie record, and then I just added my own little, like, 8-bar verse to it. But talking about like school and like him cheating off my like I give you my homework and this and that and you think I would take your work and yeah, it was super corny, but like I've been writing shit for a minute, but then
that's what's up.
It wasn't until
I do always ask guests this question though, and I know I asked off record, but I do gotta ask now.
Yes, I'm a virgin.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, my bad.
But what is your social security number though?
Oh, remember how we were saying if a guy doesn't know your social security number?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm trying to figure out.
Does
he know his social security? That's the other.
I don't. I'm burnt. Nah, I had to think about it the other day. Literally recently, I had to give this for something, and I was like, "What is my number?"
No, it's a different question though. I think you know where I'm coming from. Have you ever pushed it to the limit?
Oh my god, this guy always asks everybody that gets on this pod this, bro.
I just lit up a blunt.
Cheers, bro.
That sounds like the answer is yes.
I don't know what you're asking me. Though. You're really asking me for a number. I feel like there's
No,
a subliminal.
The real question. He was trolling with that, but
Now I'm starting to think like, are you asking my body count? Like how many chicks?
No, it has nothing to do with it. No.
The real question is, have you pushed it to the limit? Now he's not trolling.
What does that mean?
It's a term that's kind of popular in the podcast.
Let me just sort of I'm just gonna rephrase the.
Try not to talk too close to Mike.
I'm gonna rephrase the question.
Not just so it doesn't like clip and shit, does it? I don't want to clip on my shit either.
Just phrase it a little bit differently.
We call it push it to the limit.
Have you ever been to Thailand?
Oh man.
No, but I do. Okay, so I'm familiar. What's going on in Thailand?
There's a lot of things going on in Thailand.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
What are you referencing?
I mean, it's a country. A lot of shit goes on in countries, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people go there and they push it to the limit.
Let's go to all kinds of limits, buddy. Have you heard of Bangkok?
Oh.
Is that where you're going with this? Are you talking about like sexual limits? What fucking limits are we talking about?
I'm just talking about this. It's very simple.
It's not simple. This is clearly complex.
There's people that have pushed it to the limit. There's people that haven't.
V, can you chime in here? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. This guy Ape always does it.
I'm just trying to listen. I just want to clear the air.
This guy is asking if you've ever had any interaction.
It's like you were look. I was talking to Heir a few minutes ago, right? And he was telling me how there were people that like he would know in high school or some shit, you know.
That I would say, you're acting gay. For sure you're gay, you know
right.
that. And then now 10 years later, now they're gay.
Right.
Shout out to all my boys, you know who you are.
Exactly. And
I love you.
And so just like I'm saying,
not
right?
Like that.
There's some people, right, that all of a sudden they switch governments, right?
Political stance? Or are you saying like sexual orientation?
I'm just talking about pushing it to the limit.
Fuck.
Nothing to do with All right, let's go.
I'll get specific with you, but just ask me what the fuck we get.
This nigga's just eating shit, bro. Don't listen to him, bro.
I love to eat shit.
No, it's important to be
Push it to the limit is a term some guy on a Joe Rogan podcast called...
What guy?
What was his name, Abe?
Brody Stevens.
Brody Stevens.
Okay.
He pulled up to Thailand. He pushed it to the limit. He had sex with a trans person.
No, he never said that. He said he pushed it to the limit. That's
all he said.
That's all he said.
And his limit was.
Now,
here's my quick thing. That's you gotta unpack that because having sex with a tranny is like, are you piping the tranny? Are you pitching? Or are you catching? That's crazy. Crazy.
There is levels to it, Abe.
And I've heard.
Now this is
there's murders. Like I'm sure there's a good stat out there right now that at least once a year a college football player goes to jail for murder because he catches a tranny somewhere and like he bodies him.
This reminds me of
every year
a distinction they make over in Cuba where there's a, and my pops knew a dude who was like this. There was a dude who was pitching, not catching. He was strictly pitching.
He doesn't smoke. I'm hitting this.
And so this gentleman would refer to himself, because see, in Spanish, they use the word fag, but they say maricón. That's how they say fag, right?
Or
so now but a dude who only gives it but doesn't take it, he calls himself a bugarrón. Which to me is just cheating, bro. Like, you just come on, bro.
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
Fucking with
That's
me,
some base.
That's like the dudes that go to fucking prison and they.
That sounds like a gay Chewbacca.
Gay confused
Sith Lord,
man.
like Darth Bugarrón.
Darth Bugarrón. That's bro.
I imagine Chewbacca. Like you ever seen White Chicks? You know the scene of Terry Crews where he's fucking like where he got the glow sticks. Imagine a Chewbacca like that, but a Sith Lord. That's Darth Bugarrón.
Swag.
That's some next level shit.
So the question is that gay? Like the guys that are in prison that are like pressuring the dudes to like they're
no, that's definitely gay.
100% gay, bro.
Because I've heard that stance where like I'm not gay. I'm the one throwing it. You know, it's
no, that's definitely gay. Yeah.
I'm a boo. I don't.
Is this gay? Let me ask you all this: Is running a train gay? Two guys. Like I hate when guys say, "Yeah, I had a threesome," and then it's two guys, one girl.
I think
that's a train.
I think you're like if you
well, answer this: Is that a threesome? Is a threesome two guys, one girl? Or is that a train? What do you call that?
That's a train. Two guys and one girl. That's a train.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's not a threesome, bro.
What do you call two girls, one cup? Classic.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better than that, bro.
I wonder where they are now.
Yeah, for real.
We
need them on this podcast.
They should do a podcast. If they're not doing a podcast right now, they should do a podcast. I would listen to it. Two girls, one cup girls. If you're listening and we know you are, you gotta fucking start your own podcast.
God.
Two girls, one cup podcast will be legendary.
I was gonna say some shit, but
they call it Two Girls, One Pod.
2 girls, 1
Damn.
pint.
That's literally.
There you go.
I
dog.
need to be their agent right now.
For sure, dog. You got
What is
that.
their Instagram? JB, pull it up.
You know the guy Brody Stevens, the guy that was talking about pushing it to the limit in Thailand. He killed himself.
Oh
He did?
my god.
Yeah.
After that? After he pushed it to the limit?
Yeah. After.
No, after
he
talking about it
couldn't-
on Rogan.
No, but I'm saying like it was like extremely like right after that.
No, it wasn't right. I mean, I think it was probably like a few years or some shit after that, you know. But that, I'm not saying that it was directly tied to pushing it to the limit.
No, it's tied to him getting roasted and announcing it on Joe Rogan. It's one thing to do it, it's another thing to talk about it on the world's largest platform.
He made it a
Podcast.
stand-up special.
Oh, he's a comedian?
He's a comedian, yeah.
Wow, that's
So
weird.
he made that shit an entire performance.
Yeah. Do you know if he had kids or something?
Nah, he didn't have kids.
R.I.P.
Fucking
He didn't have kids.
Rest in peace. I hope it made him happy, you know.
yo, no Diddy is the new no homo.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Instead of no homo, it's no Diddy.
People been trolling doing that shit.
It said Diddy's a wild motherfucker, bro. This dude is out there. He's really like a
He's been wild. It's
like a
hilarious.
gay Suge Knight or some shit.
He is on his gay Suge Knight shit.
He's tougher than Suge Knight, I think. Because Suge Knight was just, you know, he was just
Well,
a
I don't
bad
know about that,
businessman.
but
I think he played Suge.
Suge Knight fucking
He literally played Suge.
Suge Knight literally said on Jimmy Kimmel that he fucking needled up Eazy-E, bro. I don't know how. That's pretty serious.
I think he was just trying to. I think he was just going for like he was just that was like a shock. That was like a shock value statement. I think he was just trying to be on some comedic shit in that clip.
I don't know though. I mean, sure, he could have been like on some eating shit, but like that was I don't know. That was a wild thing to say.
The truth is, Eazy-E was a wild boy. Eazy-E was a gangster. Eazy-E had all this clout, and he wasn't a rapper. Ice Cube was writing his raps. And then he got fucking egotistical as fuck when that whole beef happened, just like in the movie. Oh, shit's real as fuck. And the truth is, he was just piping hoes left and right. That's all it was. You know? Like Magic Johnson.
You know, I was listening to a clip of the podcast you had the other day. And I found some shit where you were talking about Illuminati or some shit like that. What do
Yeah.
you mean by that? What do you mean by Illuminati?
I think they're elites, like whatever. A lot of people get fucking retarded when you hear the word Illuminati, but there's elites. There's somebody running the whole thing. It's not the government. All the governments are connected. There's agendas being pushed. There's money. Like the world's richest person is not the world's richest person. Like the Saudi Arabian kings don't even announce the money they got. All these people have somebody that's, you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Game of Thrones, but like Littlefinger. Littlefinger's one of the rawest characters because he's always behind the people with power. There's real life Littlefingers that we'll never know of. The people that got JFK killed, the people that, you know, the crack in the neighborhoods, like all that shit's put in place. Like, you know, the drug war, all that shit's put into action. Politics is fake. There's a reason that you can only be in office for 8 years. You can't put anything into legislation long enough for laws to actually change in 8 years. By the time even if all the laws go through with no friction, by the 8th year, that's it. The new president's there, a new office comes, a new legislation comes to counter anything you did in those 8 years.
I mean, that's probably the best thing though. Like, you wouldn't want a president to be there for like 30 years now, right?
Right. You want friction, but the truth is, if it works, it shouldn't break. He should have every 4 years have to defend his title. That if he flops, you know, if the country's doing bad, the country's doing bad. He shouldn't win. You know, it's transparency. That's when we're talking about this. I wanted to ask who are some likely presidents that y'all think we're gonna have coming up in the future? Because I used to say The Rock's for sure gonna be president. People would shit on me. I think that's super realistic now. I just heard they said, I think the Barstool guys are like, Taylor Swift's for sure. Next year she's gonna be eligible to be president. She's gonna be 35. I think she'll win.
I think
if she goes
I don't think it's gonna be any of them, bro. I don't
me
see it
either.
that way at all, bro. I think it's pretty much between you know Steve-O
Steve,
from Jackass.
sure.
Between him and I don't
and
want
Weebad. President Weebad.
as vice president.
That'll
As
be
vice president.
legendary.
Yeah. You guys ever seen that movie Idiocracy?
No.
Idiocracy is this movie where, like, you know, like it runs on this. It's a comedy. It runs on this idea like all the smart people, they overthink before they have kids and shit. They end up having kids at like fucking in their 30s.
The kids are retarded.
And they end up reproducing less. They have less kids, and then like some motherfucker in a trailer park, he's just pumping babies out left and right. One bitch, another bitch, the next bitch. So retarded people reproducing faster and smart people reproduce less, right? And then eventually you get to a state of full retardation in society. They had a Terry Crews, he was playing this guy called I think it was President Camacho, and he would just pull up with fucking pistols and shit, rifles, just shooting that shit up
When
in
did
the
this come
air.
out?
Oh, this was well over a decade ago,
Oh
bro.
my god!
never
I just got a
classic.
visual of Terry Crews like pretending to be a Mexican.
That shit,
Like in
no,
a
it's
Mexican-
fucking amazing, bro.
That's hilarious.
They think that they need to use some fucking Gatorade to water the plants, and the plants don't grow because they're fucking retarded. They think it'll make it grow. It's good for the environment or some shit. Anyway, that's basically what idiocracy is, right? The idea that the retards are gonna fuck faster than the smart people. They're gonna have more kids.
Well, that's reality, dog. But idiocracy también is fucking people thinking that politics is real, dog. That shit's... Growing up my whole life, politics was never something to be talked about. It was something that you kept private. You weren't supposed to discuss religion or politics. And nowadays, everybody talks about politics because it's like... I made a clip about it for my pod. It's like people just are looking for echo chambers. People are looking for groups. They want to be a part of something. People are fucking...
Who do you got on the?
What, on the election tip?
Yeah.
I think Trump's going to go back in office, and then I think it's just going to cause more madness. Or even if he doesn't go back in office, I think it'll just... I think the Illuminati, the script, it makes more sense for him to go back in office to create more division and craziness. You guys don't
You
understand?
think so?
Yeah, this year right now, AI is at the craziest level it's ever been. It's only going to get better. And there's over 80 democratic elections in the entire world right now going on this year. It's the first time.
But
This is the world breaking.
You think he's gonna win? But I'm saying, like, are you going for him or are you going
No,
for?
I'm
You don't
not
care.
for nobody.
No, he
It's
thinks
not
it's
real.
all-
It's all
not real.
bullshit. Yeah,
It's
it's
not real.
all-
The first and
okay.
only time I ever voted was for Biden, and because I had a fuck Donald Trump shirt, and I wanted to go viral
Sure.
because I had already voted. I did like a mail-in vote, but I knew Hialeah was gonna be on some fuck shit, so I knew I was gonna get some viral content of it. So I walked in with the fuck Donald Trump shirt to see if these people were gonna try me and not give me my mail-in vote and just act stupid. And I'm there walking in with the fucking recording myself the whole time. And sure enough, after waiting like 10, 15 minutes in the line, they try me. They start saying, no, you can't vote. I'm like, what do you mean I can't vote? No, you just can't vote. And they don't even know English. And I'm like, listen.
Because you wore the shirt.
It's because of that, but they were in the system. It said that I had already voted, but they didn't explain that. And the truth is, if the system says that, you still have to give me an absentee ballot. You have to give me a form.
They're just
for me
being
to-
dicks. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, they're just being dicks.
because I was being a dick
Yeah,
and I walked in with the
exactly,
shirt.
yeah.
But the truth is, I won the chess game. I knew what the fuck time it is. I knew that was
Sure,
going to happen.
sure.
And I walked in, and sure enough, they had to get the cracker involved. And the cracker was like, listen. You know what time it is. And I'm like, no, you know what time it is too. They're fucking up. They have to give me the mail about it. It's not my fault they don't know what it is. They're just mad because I wore the shirt. It's not my fault. And like they immediately told me to stop recording once they saw what time it was too. But the whole point is, that's the only time I voted because it doesn't make a difference. Anybody that, if you're listening right now and you think, I have to go vote, my one vote's gonna make a difference, it never makes a fucking difference. People have lost the popular vote and still won. I think Trump lost the popular vote and won. I think, Hillary lost the popular vote and Trump won. Whatever, none of that shit matters, dude. The Illuminati picks who wins. And whoever's gonna win is gonna be the bad choice. Like, there's never a good choice. The only good president ever was the first one, George Washington, because he didn't want to be president. He was like, bro, I don't want to do this. And everybody's like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. And he was a piece of shit too. He had fucking slave teeth in his mouth. But he just didn't want to be president. Everybody after him is an egotistical maniac that you're like, I want to do it. I want to be president.
You don't think Trump's 4 years was pretty decent?
No, it was crazy. Madness. Everybody was constantly fucking beefing,
But just
talking
like-
shit. What
I mean,
was good
sure.
about it?
Yeah, nobody liked them, but-
The only time people say it was good is because people transposed the following year, which is when the pandemic started. That has nothing to do with Trump. All that has to do with the fact that the pandemic started and the whole world went bad. The whole world was doing bad economically. The whole entire world. And yes,
While Trump?
with the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I mean of course, yeah.
The
it was-
only time people say Trump was doing good is because people transpose, but before when Trump was in office, I was making so much more money, and then I stopped making money. People
No.
make it seem like it's just because Trump stopped being president. No, it's because a pandemic happened and the entire world changed. Everybody was forced to fucking to pivot. You
do
have to switch it up. The
Do you
entire
think?
world.
Do you think the immigrant thing is an issue right now?
It's always been an issue. The fact that people are just blaming it is
You don't think it's- you don't think it's
What?
got- you don't think it's
Cuban?
gotten worse?
You're Cuban. You're Cuban.
Yeah, my parents. I was
And you're-
born.
I know
I was
you're
born.
Cuban. You
I
told
was
me you're
born in New York, but
But
my
our
parents are Cuban.
family's Cuban, homie.
Yeah.
Guess what? The immigrant problem was a problem in the 80s. It was a problem in the 90s.
It was.
It's a problem in the 2000s.
Yeah.
The only reason it's a problem now is because of social media. It's just another thing people could throw in our face to make us get mad at our neighbors. Homie, if it wasn't for the immigrants, that's the land, that's the whole dynamic of America. We're not even, there's not like an American person. America's a melting pot. We took this line from the Indians. If anything, an American person's an Indian.
Let me ask you something.
Like, America's a
You
melting
should talk
pot.
on the mic, bro. Just make sure.
I mean, that shit is.
Yeah, bro. Just
Shit's
to make
far.
sure.
No,
Fuck.
we
You're
can
good.
run it like
No,
this,
no,
though.
no, you're good.
I don't
You're
give a
good.
fuck.
It catches him.
It's
It catches
better
him.
like
It
this.
catches him.
We
Trust
can
me.
run it like this.
It's way better like this.
You sure?
Yeah, trust me. Trust me.
Good.
Whatever you want.
There was a lot. There were a lot of.
Go, ask your question,
statements.
go ahead.
Let's unpack. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start with the probably the biggest idea that came out of those statements, right? So it's probably the idea that there's elites, which we tend to agree with.
Yeah, sure.
They pull strings,
Has to be.
which we also tend to agree with.
Has to be.
And then the idea that it's all basically a script.
Has to be.
Right.
At least with the politics, like there's it's not necessarily a script. It's like when people have improvs, like really good improvs, they don't get like really good wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day when The Rock and all these guys would go off. The Rock nowadays wrestling scripted, which makes it really bad. But the reason why The Rock is so cold, they're so nasty, is because they had like an outline of what the script was,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, go off, make it happen. This is where we have to get to. This is what we have.
Right.
And they were allowed to do their thing. Nowadays, I feel like that's what's going on with the Illuminati. They have like like right now it's tranny, it's gay, it's make it a thing, make it a thing, make it a thing, make it a thing. Like divided. It's all about the family. And nowadays they're pushing the alien shit too. I feel like that's another thing. People are like, oh, that's all.
So all right, let me expand on
let's
this
stay
a little
on.
bit.
Yeah, I go off.
All right, so this idea of the script, right? So how far do you think this extends? You think it just extends like there's some people on top, they have enough power so that whatever power they have, it trickles down to the bottom enough to be able to manage society the way they want it to be handled? Or
New World Order. Do you understand the concept of New World Order?
completely. We've talked about that shit.
How do you get there? Control. So the more madness you could cause, the more division, the more people go to their vices, the more people are controllable because we're all fucking on drugs, because we're all fucking anxietied out. The pandemic, a huge fucking Illuminati thing, because look, we're all fucking antisocial now. We're all at the cribs. There's so much remote shit. Now there's less there's less conversations, there's less long form, there's less connection, there's less meeting new people. That's definitely a tool. I think another agenda right now is the gambling. The gambling's always existed my whole life, but right now it's a cool thing to the point you see athletes fucking promoting it themselves. You see fucking players reacting to fucking spreads being pushed out. Like there's definitely an agenda. Like you see commercials for this shit like in the biggest channels. Like you've never seen that before. Why? Because it's an agenda. You know how many suicides happen yearly to all that shit? But this is money. There's so much money behind it. People putting the money up. People having to go to therapy for it. People having to fucking spend alcohol. Like I heard this guy break it down the other day. Matthew McConaughey of all people. He was like, you know what gambling is? Gambling's like buying a ticket to go to the game. When you put some money on the game, even if it's $5 or $500, it's like paying a ticket to be there front row at the game because now you care. Now you want it. I also heard a funny comedian put it the other way. It's like, I want to have some, he was doing an ad for one of these gambling apps and he was like, it's always fun when you have some juice in the action. Homie, this is disgusting. And I love sports. I love sports gambling. I hate casino gambling because that's a rigged. But sports gambling, I lie to myself when I'm like, I watch sports. I know what's going to happen. I hope all my parlays here right now, but they probably didn't. That shit's disgusting how they're pushing it on us now. It's retarded.
I mean, I think there's a lot we've agreed with that on in the past.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably not in the way of expressing it, but for the most part, yeah.
But the general emphasis, that's just an example. I'm just getting into one example of the Illuminati. There's agendas constantly being pushed for a long time, like 9/11. Like 9/11, we're in agreement that was an inside job, right?
I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
We understand. I think it's a plane full of people, and it's exactly what the story is. They rigged it, but you got to understand what happened after 9/11. We're talking about. You guys were talking. I was gonna say we're talking about Narcos. Y'all were talking about Narcos on the older clip. You understand the story of Narcos, right? You understand why the Mexicans are the rawest cartel ever, and the Colombians are nobodies now, because of 9/11. You understand the connection? Yeah.
So this is interesting, but
this is Illuminati.
No, I don't know what happened on 9/11.
It's a quick elaboration, and once I put it into perspective, all right. So this is one of Illuminati's agendas. This is why 9/11 happened. Before 9/11, you've seen the episode of Narcos. They had the episode where they have shorties, bad bitches, strapped up with bricks all over the place. People had still been doing that all the way to 9/11. It was easy to fucking transfer bricks everywhere. It was easy to trap. It was easy to move crazy amounts of work.
After 9/11, you need a middleman to...
No, after 9/11, the TSA was created.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can just fly that shit.
And now everything has to come in through Mexico.
You need a middleman to transfer the drugs.
You need the cartel to go through the border, the big shit. You have to. There's no other fucking way. You get lucky through the water. But that's why 9/11 happened. After 9/11 happened, that's it. Now there's all these rules, and you can't bring so much shit, and there's only a certain amount of liquid in the airplanes, and yes, it created all this war and the
So
whole
you're
gas
claiming
thing.
Mexico is the,
No, I don't think that's.
or the cartels is the reason why they went and did
No,
that?
no. That's what the United States. That's a byproduct of why Mexico turned up. That's why.
Oh, okay.
They did that to control the drugs because they weren't making any money off the drugs. If you pay attention in Narcos, season 1, episode 7, the United States doesn't give a fuck. The narrator ends up saying it wasn't until now that they realized they told the Pentagon they were making X amount of dollars a year off cocaine. That's when the United States got interested. The United States only cared about money, homie.
I mean, if I told you what I think is
That's what they did that for.
is pretty much going on. I mean, I think for the most part, what's going on is, yeah. I mean, they're basically elites meeting up, and I think they already have a very, very specific set of guidelines, ways of transferring the money, getting things to occur in a certain way. I think pretty much the idea is something like we're gonna have smart cities, right? We're gonna have locations.
Smart cities? What do you mean smart cities?
I'll give you an example of what I mean. One of the main places where
You know about the World Economic Forum?
No. I kind of. Is this, what's this? This is like what currency? What is this? This is like
Do you
all the
know who
countries.
Klaus
This is
Schwab
BRICS?
is?
Is this BRICS? This is related to BRICS?
No, this is not drugs. No, this
No,
is
not BRICS
No,
drugs.
talking about the BRICS agreement.
BRICS
Yeah.
that they're trying to do like one type of like anti-crypto.
no,
It's
no,
not
no,
that,
no.
right?
This is a thing
me a
created
little
by some
synopsis.
guy, Klaus Schwab. You ever heard of him?
So
They're like these technocrats who are pretty much
but
trying
it's
to.
not, see, because I don't want to make it seem, I don't think the World Economic Forum is important the way that people think it is.
But what is it like? The way it sounds is a stock.
No,
It sounds like the stock trading.
No, the World Economic Forum is just a platform
Stock market.
where the fucking elites can meet up and have these little conversations about the shit that,
How to take over the world?
how
pretty
they
much.
think the world is
Should
gonna
run.
And this is real or this is a conspiracy? This is a real
No,
thing that
they
exists?
post
There's like a
they
date.
have
You see like a
meetings, they
schedule that you can buy
they
tickets.
post their shit on YouTube and tell you what they're gonna do. They just make it
Cool.
seem like, oh no, these are just trends in society. This is just gonna
They
happen.
have yearly meetings.
And it's the most powerful motherfuckers on the planet telling you, we just think this is gonna happen. We don't know how. If only the most powerful people that run shit were here to tell you how. I mean, maybe they could tell you.
That's baby Illuminati. That's like wannabe Illuminati.
Anyways, well, the point of mentioning that, well, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't think that has much to do with it. That's just a
Same
public.
concept.
That's just a public forum where they can express these ideas and popularize them.
But you were talking about smart cities. That's something they.
Smart cities is something that they've mentioned, yeah. But I'll tell you what I mean by smart cities. Basically, the idea is this, right? They're experimenting with it in China. They've been doing this for a while. The main idea of a smart city is basically a place where you walk around an entire city and you're constantly surveilled. In other words, there's
Yeah,
cameras.
Bluetooth. Everything's Bluetooth.
There's
Like a
cameras
smart house.
everywhere.
Like a smart house.
It's if the city was a smart house, that's exactly what it's like,
But,
right?
but guess what? That's the catch. A smart house, they sell you with the convenience of, yeah, you could start your phone with clapping or you could start the kitchen with
Yeah.
your phone, this and that. So imagine a whole city like that, and they're selling you on
No, they
convenience. It's the same
You
thing
don't
as
have to
like,
imagine. They do it. They're already doing it.
But Ape, you know, did you see like 2 years ago? I think right before the pandemic started. Mentira, that's like 3 years ago now. There was a viral clip of a company in Switzerland that was doing the chip.
The
They were putting a
implant?
chip in the
Yeah.
implant, in the chip. It's the same concept. It's convenience. Yeah, we're give you the convenience to just get into your building of work
Yeah.
by just putting this chip in your wrist in your bloodstream, and now you have
Yeah.
this little piece of metal in your body that allows you to go into this one brick and mortar building easily. So you don't have to pull out your fucking key card. You lazy piece of shit. That
I mean,
little clip
it's
gives them
not even- yeah, but they're-
surveillance. They're surveilling,
So-
but the conspiracy is that little chip gives them surveillance of you 24/7 now, just because you want to get into your office easier. It's the same thing with the smart city. They're gonna give you they sell you the whole come into the city like that episode of SpongeBob with Squidward going to that hood. You feel me? Like that's the same. That's a smart city, and they're gonna just fucking
Well, they'll do
surveil you
it.
24/7.
They'll do it worse because I know people like to, spy on themselves, post everything on Instagram, Facebook, and all that shit.
We already do it.
But that's something that people want to do. For the things that people don't want to do, you just sell them on fear.
The Truman Show.
And that's basically the same way that shit has always been run, right? So, all right, you have smart cities, right? But it's not just that you're constantly under surveillance and shit like that. It's also that you have what's called a social credit score, right?
That's in China, yeah. That's we're going Black Mirror direction. I think that's a very third world country way to do it. That's not the way it's gonna go down. The way the Illuminati really goes down is controlling you without knowing you're controlled. That's like in your face, like you know you're being controlled. But the way they're doing this, I feel like it's a lie. It's the same thing we're talking about politics. It's the illusion. We live in a communist society. To think that America is democratic is bullshit. The election's rigged, homie. The election's rigged. This isn't like you can't choose. It's an illusion of choosing.
A communist. You think America is communist?
Well, it's communist in the sense that the election's rigged. Because that's the difference. The difference between a communist and a democratic society.
How do you know it's rigged?
It's rigged because it makes no sense. The fact the 8 years thing, it doesn't give legislation long enough time to live.
That's like saying God exists.
Okay, but it's just all right.
There's no evidence for it. Like, how do you know it? How do you know it doesn't run like?
I like this little segue here.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, 100%. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in religion at all.
You believe in a God, though?
I believe in God. I don't believe in religion at all. I was baptized Catholic. Mm-hmm. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. My old boy spent his whole life guilt-tripping me, giving me Christmas gifts every single year since as young as I could remember. He'd give me raw Christmas gifts, raw. So I was a spoiled brat, but he'd always guilt-trip me. We'd go to Disney. He'd guilt-trip me every time we go to Disney. Look at all this Illuminati shit. All this shit so satanic. All this shit.
Why do you believe in God?
Why?
Yeah.
It's a lot of reasons, dude. A lot of reasons. It's just you can't deny it. It's undeniable. I believe in science though too.
I want to make this clear. I don't pull up to work and talk about politics and religion, but this is a fucking podcast. I'll talk about fucking anything.
It's different. No, we're breaking it down. But my whole thing is, you're not supposed to talk about it in the sense of division, and that's what I hate about
talking shit. We always talk about
but I like how he brought that up because it's true. The way I said it earlier it made it sound like you shouldn't talk about it ever. That's not true either. I disagree with that. That's what the old type is, and I love that because that's just a place of respect. That's just more of a place of I don't talk about what I do in the bed. Like a lot of people feel some type of way if you start talking about I like my ass being eaten, and it's like you don't want to have that conversation because like why? We could talk about a million other things. Fuck that. Let's not talk about something like that. Let my girls or like my loved ones find out when the time's right. That's not that conversation to have. Politics is like that when it's like, oh, really? Oh, so you're Biden? Oh, so you're Trump? Yeah. Oh, so you're this? Yeah. That's whack. That's whack. That's corny as fuck. I think Trump's awesome. I think Trump would have the rawest podcast of all time. I
debating people.
I love debating. Debating's beautiful. My favorite podcast is a debating podcast. It's Taste Buds. Shout out Taste Buds. But that's my favorite podcast. I just realized the other day.
So wait. Before anything, why do you think God exists?
I've had experiences, but like the truth is, I believe in science a lot. But science goes to one thing: singularity. It goes to they don't have the explanation for the Big Bang Theory. They don't know the answer to where all this energy came from. And the raw scientists, the most legendary scientists, believe in God. That's just kind of.
Isn't that kind of against their own?
Wait, but who?
That's
what scientists believe in God? I don't know.
A lot of raw ones. I can't. If I give you names right now, I might be wilding. But I know Galileo, all those raw legendary ones, they all believed in God.
Galileo. I mean,
that's throwback.
Let me.
Nikola Tesla, all these raw niggas, all these raw legendary Oppenheimer, all these guys believe in God.
I don't know what Nikola Tesla believed in, but
yeah, he did. If I had to bet, I don't think he did.
I think he did.
And it's like when people say Einstein believed in God.
Well, Einstein's Roy Kroc is, the McDonald's founder. Einstein's a finesser. He's a Elon Musk. He's a Steve Jobs. Those are not inventors. Those are not genuine scientists. Those are guys that are strategic businessmen that take inventors' ideas and finesse. Like Nikola Tesla, he doesn't get any of the credit for the light bulb and electricity. It's all Thomas Edison.
But you said you believed.
Wait a second, Einstein isn't a scientist?
It's the application's wildin', homie. Like he took his ideas from somebody. He took his ideas from people.
From who?
I'm tripping. Maybe I misspoke. I meant Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison stole his idea from Nikola Tesla.
Thomas Edison. Yeah.
That's what
I meant Einstein though.
Einstein's raw. Einstein's the nigga that Oppenheimer pulled up on, and Einstein's raw. Einstein's raw.
But you said you didn't believe in God, and then you said you brought up science.
No, I believe in God.
Oh no, my fault. That you believe in God,
and I said I believe in science too, and I believe in science. I think
how does the two
because a lot of people try to think it's one or the other. I think it's both. They both explain each other. One of the rawest books I've read in my life, I read it young too, is Angels and Demons. I just have a clip on this on my podcast too that I broke down, but I'll do it again here. I'll give you a faster gist of it. That whole book.
Is that a Russian novel?
No. It's actually the sequel to the Da Vinci Code.
Oh.
I read this book before the Da Vinci Code even came out. I just read it like on some summertime shit. Like just it was a really good book, and it was all about the Illuminati, the thing my dad had been telling me about since I was a kid. But the concept of the book and the story is the guy goes to Italy and he's dealing with the Illuminati, but it's a war between between scientists and religious people. It's all in the Vatican. It's all a bunch of hidden labyrinths in the Vatican and all this crazy shit. But during the book, the main character figures out from like an OG like side character that just gives him game. He's like, homie, it's all the same. Science is the explanation to God, and God is the explanation to science. There's things science can't explain, that's where God comes in. There's things God can't explain, that's where science comes in. All these crazy stories, like I have this thing where I don't think, like Jesus Christ didn't die. He got banged up. How many movies do we see the main character get fucked up and he fucking flows down the river? Michael Myers, literally, I think in part 3, he gets banged up, and the whole movie of part 3 is him getting back. He gets like recouped by a family that makes him feel better, and then he comes back and fucks everybody up.
But I do want to get back to the central theme, right? You were telling us why you believe in God.
It's just you can't deny it.
Why not?
Because there's no, like, everything's too perfect. Life is too, like, nature's too perfect. Like, there's so many things that just fit like a puzzle, and it's like, who the fuck thought of this? Like, it just it's craziness.
Seems too good to be true.
It's too good to be true that it just happened to be.
That it just happened.
It just happened to be.
Or it was another reason.
Exactly, like somebody had to design it.
Had to be God.
We're symmetrical, homie. Like we're like 2 arms, 5 fingers on each hand. Like, it's madness. Like it's to think that this is just the random. Like, this would just happen to be. Nobody, even scientists, they don't know what to tell you. If you really grill the raw scientists in the world, when you get down to it, they don't know. And the word is.
But you're saying they don't know
where it started.
Why humans look the way
they don't know where it started. They'll give you all the explanations to why.
Where what started, you mean?
Everything.
The universe?
The universe?
Everything.
Existence?
Everything. Yes, the first cell.
Okay.
They don't know if the chicken came before the egg.
Let me just put it like this. All right, so scientists, they don't, I'm just trying to rephrase, make sure I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so scientists, they can't explain how existence started in the first place. Right.
They have theories, but every theory, the issue is the energy. Where did it come from? And the term is singularity. All the theories result to
singularity in science just means some shit that I don't know.
No, but it just means the energy.
In physics.
That's another word for God, though. It's the God particle. That's what some people call it, the God particle. It's the shit that turns you Super Saiyan. It's like that shit came from somewhere. Nobody knows where it came from. Even the raw scientists, they give you all the explanations to why. But when it comes down to the origin story, I'm big on origin stories. A lot of people hate on origin story movies. I love it. A good origin story movie is a banger. And the best movies have origin stories.
Right.
But that's what science is.
Let me just give you the strongest version of your argument that I can think of right now. So despite whatever hypotheses they have about how existence started in the first place, it's still not clear at all how it started. Therefore, it had to be God.
No, it's a combination of incredible particles, stars, the sun. You understand, the sun is a star. It's a combination of all these things. But the question is, what is the force that pushed all these things? What is the force? What is the force that pushed all these?
Why did it happen?
Right.
How did it happen? And my thing is, that's God. That's God. That's the beginning. Okay. That's God.
Why?
Because this is a comfort. This is a tool. Understand? This is the truth is, I do believe in God, but at the end of the day, homie, this is how I go through life.
Sure.
I pray to God before every meal, and before I sit down to have a dinner. I've been doing this since I was in middle school. And I would be in high school. I'd be in high school. Like, friends would be like, "Oh, this guy's praying." Like, after they realize what's going on. But to this day, I'm in restaurants ordering dinner. I'm on dates, and I just put my head down. Waiters go, "Is everything okay with the food?" And then my date has to be like, "He's praying," or like, to this day that happens. I believe in God. I don't believe in religion. Yeah. I believe in God. But that's just, it's
would you say it's just faith?
It's faith, yeah. It's
Yeah, that's what it
but
is.
the truth is, I'm very scientific and I'm very I guess you could say what's the word? Cynical, I guess in that sense, because I question everything. Like even Jesus Christ being resurrected. That's why the whole shit's bullshit. I don't believe in religion. That's a tool. Like you ever heard the quote? History is written by the side that won.
The victors.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what religion is. It's written by the dudes that didn't murk the other side. What about the dudes that got murked? What about that perspective? Like you got to hear both sides of the story, and then the truth is all of it put
Tell
together.
you what, brother, dudes that got murked, they did not have God on their side, bro.
God's on everybody's side.
They did not.
God's on everybody's side. The truth is technology's not on everybody's side.
I'm trying to be, because that is what we do.
The Indians had God on their side.
Yeah,
but
we always
but the
actually-
Europeans had muskets.
I'll give you the full disclosure, because I'm not trying to convert motherfuckers into.
Wait, are you? So my bad. You don't believe in God?
No.
Okay, I love it. And you, V?
Not really, bro.
Wait, yes or no? Stand on business.
I don't know,
This
dude.
is more complex. I would call him
But
an
it's
agnostic.
okay.
I
dude.
would say I'm
Just tell me
agnostic.
right now.
I would say I'm agnostic.
So you don't know. You're
Exactly.
unsure.
I'm unsure.
That's cool. I'll take that. But
I'm
I like.
unsure.
I'll take the fact that you don't want to stand on business. Say no. But check me out. I believe in God, but I don't believe in heaven. I do not believe in heaven or hell. I think that's retarded. I think
So how do you think we go?
I love it. Yes, they got
We
the
actually,
dealing
our
with this.
last episode was the afterlife tier list. We were actually talking about like we were putting
Tier list?
Comparing afterlives to see which one would be.
what
better.
will be like the top one versus
So
like the worst.
listen, man. My favorite podcast right now are comedians. So as an artist, I'm always going to challenge myself, and I've been working on different bits. I think this is something that I fleshed out. Think about everybody that thinks heaven or hell is a real thing is a retard. Why? Because think about Hitler's grandma. What if Hitler's grandma was the sweetest, nicest, most amazing person in the fucking world?
Then she'd go to heaven though.
Yeah, but think of her vision of heaven. Her vision of heaven has Hitler in it. She loves her fucking grandson. She loves that little boy, no matter what. She doesn't understand what he did. Maybe she wasn't even alive when he did that. But her vision, according to what heaven
I
or
don't think
hell
that's
is,
how heaven works though. I think it's
but
like
that's
based
what
on
people,
your
but that's what people say.
based on how you were as a person before you died. If you were a good person, you go to heaven. If you're obviously a bad person,
But what
you go
about
to-
everybody else? Think
They
about
go to hell.
all right, but think about what you just said, V. Think about Hitler's grandma. She was a good person. She went to heaven. Now she's in heaven. Things are all good, and she's waiting for her grandson. She's like, "This is good, but heaven's gonna be so much better when my loved ones are here. When all my loved ones that I knew, my grandson, my everybody that I knew."
Too
were left
bad,
for her.
dog. Her son was a fucking. I mean, her grandson was.
Guess
a
what?
fucking,
That becomes hell for her. That's not
Man.
heaven for her. But listen to that. Put yourself in her shoes. Think about your.
I'm using their logic.
I know,
don't-
but,
yeah, yeah.
but if you think this is, but anybody that thinks this is true, if you once you're in heaven, then you realize my grandson's never coming here. That immediately becomes hell. A lot of people trip out. Like certain religions say, animals, your pets don't make it to heaven. That's hell for like my mom. My mom loves her pets, and my mom says I'm gonna see our Buster, our English bulldog, our first one that died, RP the Buster. I love that dog, but you know my mom thinks she's gonna see him in heaven or hell, and like it's like the truth is with this concept that people have, that's not the case. Here's what I think happens. I think heaven or hell is based on your psychological mental state, and if when it's time to go, if you're dead, if you have a guilty conscience and you're just constantly thinking about the bad shit you did and what I coulda, shoulda, woulda done, and your mind's not loaded with constant good memories and the good shit, that's hell.
That's
hell.
interesting. We never,
That's hell.
So it's based on your mental state.
Yeah, if it's your memories, and truth is that's how you live your life. That's really kind of boils down to how you live your life. I think if you live a good life, a positive life, a life where you don't, and mind you could be a fucking psychopathic serial killer and not have a guilty conscience. So it's kind of tricky what I say, but the truth is, I think that's the truth. I think if you're a good person, if you're doing right, when it comes down to it and it's your time to go, dog, you're gonna be in heaven because you're not tripping. You don't have nothing to think back about. Even the things you coulda, woulda, shoulda done, you're not thinking about that because you're too worried.
Wait, I thought you said heaven wasn't real though.
But this is what I think happens when you. I think it's a dream. I think it's you go to sleep. What is dreams? Dreams are based on where you're thinking when you're awake. If you're stressing about life, if you're stressing about work, if you're stressing about getting jumped, if you're stressing about drugs, if you're stressing about being evicted, all this shit, that's gonna transmutate into your dreams, and you're gonna dream about shit. You're gonna dream about monsters that come into. You're gonna have crazy, anxious, anxiety-striking dreams that put you in these situations because of what you're going through in real life and your mental state. If you're going through good shit in life, your dreams are awesome. Your fucking dreams are wilding out. You don't know what the fuck. Your dreams are crazy. It's hard to explain. But that's based on how you're living and operating and thinking. It's not just how you're living and operating.
I've never heard of that perspective though.
I think we addressed the, what is it called? The
Infinite loop.
No. The religious philosophy. We got the what is it called? The political philosophy. Let me get the ethics. Let me ask you this question. This is a very old question. This shit was around well before fucking Jesus or fucking whoever. Is it worse to kill somebody or to be killed?
Wow. No, it's is it worse to kill somebody or be killed? It's worse to be killed. Because it's over. There's no. Y'all had a clip I heard on one of your older episodes about like murder or some shit like that at the end. And it's funny because my first episode, on my pod, there was a moment where we got into something and I just asked a question and we didn't really get into it. But a murder is not always bad. What if you're like a superhero's a murderer? A superhero is constantly killing bad guys. That's a murderer.
Somebody that's fighting in self-defense.
Or you're protecting a baby, or you're protecting a baby, you're protecting your family. You're a fucking murderer.
World War II veterans.
I don't know, bro. A fucking porn. I think a porn star the other day recently said that selling your body on OnlyFans is better than selling your body for the military and the army.
I think that was Mia Khalifa.
I agree, whatever. I agree with that sexy ass bitch. Because it's true, homie. Because that fucking army shit, bro. Your benefits suck.
That's a weird comparison, though.
You're killing, but the truth is, you're in control. The whole point is, you're more. Her point is, her analogy is, you're more in control of your body.
Sure,
and
I guess.
you're more in control of your success and like what you're going through. If you're fucking, just fucking people on camera. On OnlyFans. If you're putting your body on the line for fucking military, it's like these people that are Trumpies and these people that catch beef with their loved ones over politics.
Yeah, but that's kind of a wild thing to say. And then the reason why we live so peacefully is because of the veterans and all the people that do have to do all that.
Okay,
so that is kind of like
it's like nothing away from them. No,
I get it, but that's like a horrible.
Yeah, it's it's an extreme.
I would say all wars are not created equal, right? So. I don't think the Vietnam War did shit that was good.
No, we just went out there wild and trying to fucking flex, and we got our ass kicked.
Yeah, there's that. There's also that part too.
We got our ass kicked in Vietnam.
The Iraq War.
We went to Iraq for nothing.
Afghanistan was bullshit.
Yeah, like. So there's always that, but like
we're bullies, homie. The United States are bullies. Let's be real. We're the bullies. We've been the superpower for a long time. Now it's gonna come. It's over now. Like maybe on camera we're the superpower, but the truth is China should be the superpower. They just don't have the economy. The dollar doesn't have enough power. But their infrastructure, like with their business, is already better than ours. Like they're gonna succeed.
China?
Yeah. It's already proven. Like the thing is, they're playing with monopoly money. Like their numbers are way better than ours, and it's all going up. Our numbers are all going down, and it's just their shit's in control. Like they're flat out.
Do you believe in whatever the CCP puts out there, their information?
The Chinese Communist Party.
Do you think I fucking have that shit on my timeline? You think that shit's on my algorithm?
No, I'm saying because you just said that they have better numbers.
Country, they're controlling. Did you see what happened with John Cena?
With the Taiwan shit?
Thailand. Or
no, Taiwan. It was Taiwan.
He got that Thailand on his mind after that shit.
Yeah. I just booked my trip. You guys didn't see it. I pulled out my phone and I booked my trip.
But yeah, he fucking got spooked or some shit.
No, he didn't get spooked. He was fucking. He was doing promo work, and I think he did a WWE promo is what I think he did. And he was like everybody in China, Japan, Taiwan.
But he said it in Taiwanese, right? That was the issue or something?
No, I'm gonna fuck your head up. Listen,
he gave an apology to the Chinese Communist Party, the government.
But why did he apologize? Apologize is what V wants to know. So he apologized because he did
because he was spooked.
No. They told him. They got him in his pocket. If you watch Honda Civic commercials, it's John Cena's voice with AI. This hasn't been talked about on the internet. You should clip this because this is gonna go viral. It's his voice. The Honda Civic commercials is John Cena's fucking voice. I
actually seen that and I actually thought that too.
Nobody has said it though. I grew up with John Cena. I've been hearing the commercials for 2 years now. I'm like, nigga, that's John Cena.
Crazy, dog. I actually know what you're talking about.
It's the Taiwan thing. It's all this. It all connects. So let me explain, V. What happened is he did a cut. It was it was so not connected to China, but. All right, it's a crazy dynamic. Let me explain. What he did wrong is he acknowledged Taiwan's existence as a country.
Yes.
How did he do it? He did it. I think it's a wrestling. I think he was cutting a WWE promo where it was like everybody in Japan, China, Taiwan, everybody's gonna see me.
He
whoop your ass.
separated China and Taiwan. That's what it was.
That's what they got mad about.
Yeah,
so
of
they
course,
contacted
of
him, and then a week or a month after, he comes out on videos in China, speaking in Chinese, saying, Taiwan is not a country.
First of all, like, why would you even do that though?
Because he was in character, and he was
No,
just
but
doing
that is a financial thing. They do have.
Yeah, they're gonna- he's
It's because of the movies.
He's gonna get fucked.
China
yeah.
has a
It's-
lot
it's 'cause
of
of the
control
movies. It's the movies.
over U.S. business.
Hollywood.
Look,
And no, everything.
the U.S. relies on China. A lot of U.S. companies rely on China.
Everything's
for
made in China,
actual
bro.
manufacturing.
What happened with the pandemic when they stopped sending things over here? Everything stopped. To this day, I always tell everybody when everybody tries to shit on China, homie, everything in this room right now.
China is shit though, bro.
Everything in this room right now. If you look at the fine print, it says made in China. Everything. Those cups, the speakers, the headphones,
Yeah.
the box, the fucking Apple fucking computers, the fine print. If you look it up, where is this shit made? China.
I know, but they're paying them shit.
But that's what I told you. They're playing
But you're
with
against that,
monopoly.
though?
They're playing with monopoly money.
Are
No,
you-
but they're running the country right. They're running the country the right way. They're just
China?
Yeah, they just started at ground zero with monopoly money.
I don't think they're running the country
But
right.
It's fucked up. No, I'm saying they're running the country right on a business standpoint. They're not running the country right on a healthy state. They're not running the country
Ethically,
right.
it's not good.
Ethically, it's terrible.
I'll tell
The
you
people,
what.
it's terrible. It's terrible. It's so sad. And here's the thing: that oppression. What it does is it restricts the creatives, the artists, like the BTS, all those people. They're like trained soldiers for music. They're trained soldiers for entertainment. There's no love and soul in that. You're
What
not
are you
gonna
gonna
get a Michael Jackson from that. You're not gonna get You're not gonna get somebody that loves the game from that. You're not gonna get a Tyler the Creator from that. You're not gonna get a Seth Rogen from that. From that friction, from being forced to you have to make movies. You have to be a screenwriter. No. That's oppression. That's being forced to do something, and that's gonna restrict the arts. And that's not the right way to run a country. That's the right way to run a country for the Illuminati standpoint, for business. If you're trying to make bread, That's the right business way. Like Shark Tank, if Shark Tank was doing this shit and they had two businesses, and a guy saying like, look, this is how you run China, and then a guy came, look, this is how you run America, and they're gonna pick China because it's more
I can tell you
paper first. Paper.
I can tell you
Paper
this
first.
about China. Like, so China's economy, it's been growing decade after decade at a faster rate than the U.S. economy.
Of course.
It's not as big as the U.S. economy, but it's growing at a faster rate.
They're playing with monopoly.
Now
money.
I can tell you why it's growing at a it's growing at a faster rate because
More control.
Think about how China was, right, and fucking 1945, for example, right after World War II, which they really didn't have to do jack shit in World War II. It was basically just villagers and some communist little state, right?
It is, but they have like five boroughs of business. They have like the fucking technology borough. They have the fucking like you understand like what they're doing, right?
Right, but the point that I'm trying to make is this, right? Like the U.S. was already at the pinnacle of technology in the world. It had
Never.
Yeah, it was.
Of course,
Never,
bro. Are you
man.
serious?
We didn't even get to space first. What are you talking about? Never. We didn't even get to space first, homie. We fucking lied about going to space. You guys think we went to space? You think that's real?
You don't think we went to the moon?
It's on Netflix, homie. Watch this shit called Explained. Like that shit puts it in perfect perspective because they show you what's
Who
going
you
on.
think shot it? Stanley Kubrick?
Huh?
Who you think shot it?
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I love directors too, but I don't care. It was probably some low budget fucking American guys.
No, it's irrelevant though.
I know.
We went to the moon.
But the truth is, no, but we didn't, homie. The Russia got there first. They sent a dog out there, and that poor fucking dog, RP, that shit breaks my heart, bro. I'm about to get teary-eyed, nigga. But, Chico, my bad. I'm trying not to say the N-word. That's just whack. But anyways, dog, yeah, bro. U.S., bro, we're on some Steve Jobs. We're on some Elon Musk. We finesse. We take ideas from people. The inventors here, like, when it comes to the fine line shit, like, look at Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was an American.
He wasn't.
We recruited people. We recruit people from outside. You feel me? That's the right way to do it. That's a raw way to run business. You're not the raw inventors. You know who Roy Kroc is? That's the guy who.
Yeah, but why do they come to the U.S. though? Because all the opportunities here.
Yeah, the bread's here.
We're the ones.
The
We're the
bread's here.
guys.
No. We're the man. We're the bread. We're the platform. That's the thing.
I just feel like you have something against the U.S.
No, homie, I am U.S. I love the U.S. I'm just telling you how we operate. I'm just putting it in perspective because people think we're the top dog, the creme of the creme. It's not like that. You gotta understand, we're a melting pot. We're not even a thing. Like people think American is a person. Like American, when you think American, in my mind, I think a white guy.
That's not what an American is. An American isn't a minority. American is all kinds of people. An American's a melting pot. It's crazy. My bad, Vape. What are you trying to do?
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what country you think was technologically superior to the U.S.
Well, it depends what sense of technology.
Technology that people have access to.
Homie, I think, democracy is a technology. Politics is a technology. So, like, I look at it a little bit complex. When it comes to getting to space first, we were not there first.
We weren't.
When it comes to cars, we were there first very, very long ago, and that's it. Now we're always behind. When it comes to cars, we're always behind. Always behind. What is America good at making? What's American made?
Software. The internet.
All the nerds in American schools are fucking minorities. Think about it. The guy that made fucking Apple with Steve Jobs, the fat guy, that guy's a minority. Like, they're all, it's crazy. Like, I can't even think of anything America makes. I said that right now, not even on some sarcastic shit. I really, like, tried to think, like, what are some raw American made things? It's hard to even name it. It's hard to even name it. You know what America does good? Effort. That's our technology. Our technology is effort. It's freedom. It's platforms. It's creating a land for us to fucking, hey, let's all create, let's all work. The issue is Illuminati is trying to control that. That's the dream of America. That's the land of the free. That's why when you guys say the politics with the immigrant shit, it's like, homie, that's so stupid when people try to fucking control immigration, because it's like, homie, the person that's going to change America or figure out cancer might be an immigrant trying to get to America. Trying to get into America.
No, I don't think it's stupid to control immigration.
Yeah, that's not a good,
No, I don't.
That's retarded. That's retarded.
It's becoming...
We wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for immigration. We wouldn't be alive. All of us.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? We're all Cuban. Our families came into this country, whether illegally or non-illegally. The whole point is they immigrated here.
They did.
Yeah. I don't know what the stance is. I don't know what the explanation. My family came here illegally, straight up. But my grandpa got a bunch of people in here illegally. And the whole point is, like, it's a thing. Like, like, there's millions of people that existed and are alive because of this. Like, that's the whole idea of land of the free. We took this land from Indians. We murked a bunch of Indians.
I mean, they murked
a bunch of Europeans. A bunch of Europeans. It wasn't even we. There's no we. That's why it's so crazy to say, like, this is our thing. Who's ours? There's no we. We were founded by Europeans. Are you European?
Yes.
You are. You look like you're fucking. You're on some shit.
Nah,
nigga, do you identify as European?
No.
Well, that's America.
No.
That's our founding fathers, homie.
Have you
seen pictures of George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, all these guys? Those are white boys. Those are gringos. That's
How
us.
is he linked to me though?
That's us.
I don't get it.
That's America. That's us.
Those are the founding fathers. Those are the guys who built the.
That's us.
But how does that?
But when you think of a country, like you think of a personification of the country.
I don't think people go back to be like, yo, George Washington.
But that's not really the
But that's the vision of
that's
America.
not the point I'm trying to make about immigration. Isn't that immigration is some horrible thing that we can't have and we can't allow people to enter the country.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I'm not saying that either, by the way.
But my point is more to do with just the idea of not having any control over who
the border, bro.
No, homie, bro, I believe in fucking structure, dog. I believe in all kinds of structure and making more of an effort to.
Bro, people are just storming in, bro.
Nah, we don't.
Yeah, dog. I used to storm into Ultra. I get it. I understand. It's fucked
going
up
on right now. Shit is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, I understand, dog.
The rain sucks.
But what do you think? Do you think those are all fucking murderers and Scarfaces and Tony Montanos? Those are families. Those are people escaping death.
That's not the point, though.
No.
Those are people escaping murders. Those are people like our ancestors from Cuba. Those are people that are doing the same thing they did.
You don't think there's been an issue with the rise of immigrants coming in and like all in New York, bro? There's people sleeping in airports, bro.
A lot of those people are Americans.
No, they're not.
Now you're talking shit.
No, they're not.
A lot of those people are Americans.
Yeah, we can put money on that. No,
let's put money on it. We'll do a tour right now. I swear to God.
Bro, you know how many airports
and
is filled with immigrants?
Up right now?
Why would Americans have to sleep at the airport?
Because they're fucking crackheads. They fuck up the bag. They lose all their money in the casino. They can't get back home. All kinds of shit, dog.
I'm trying to tell you that a lot of what's coming in through the border.
The movie Terminal, a guy that lived 18 years in an airport was based on an immigrant. They made it a fucking white guy because it's so relatable because white people do it all the time.
they do it all the fucking time, bro. When you think of a homeless person, when you think of a bum, your mind goes to a white person.
Yeah.
You don't go to an immigrant.
Yeah, but
you think of a
that's
white
one
person.
person.
Immigrants come to this country and work.
It becomes
Immigrants
an
come to
issue.
this country and work. Immigrants come to this country and work
Not
harder
all
than
of them.
Americans.
Not all of
them, but guess what? The percentages of immigrants that are working in our productive parts of society is way better than the percentage of Americans that are fucking freeloading pieces of shit
We don't really
that feel
know.
entitled. No. All right, I'm gonna stand
Yeah,
on
that's-
business and say, from the people I know, from the people I've seen on the internet, from the people I know in real life, yes, homie.
That's
yes.
not good enough evidence.
I know a lot of bums.
That's not evidence.
Everybody that's
That's anecdote.
everybody that's out here, bro. I'm in a sales position where I work with people from all over the world,
Okay.
all over the country, not just America, but Canada. I do with fucking Spaniard guests. I do with Mexican guests. I have all kinds of guests. I don't want to say it on air what the exactly it
Sure.
is, but I'm on that. And I talk to get all kinds of people, dog. And the truth is, the ones that be most on point, the ones that fucking are grinding hard, is fucking always hard to get a hold of because they're always fucking busy.
Yeah.
Is the fucking the niggas, the chicos that are you know not from this country that I always ask them, and where's your nationality from?
Yeah, I'm cool with all types
They're
of people,
hard
bro.
workers, bro. They're a lot of
I'm
hard
not
fucking
saying they're
working
not.
ass
I
people.
never said they weren't.
And guess what? That's a beauty of
But
society.
hundreds of thousands,
You need that pressure. You need that
hundreds of
pressure.
thousands of illegal immigrants coming in, and even I think it's like 1 million now.
Look,
Like it's
there-
like a crazy number.
it's not-
You don't think that's an issue? Though?
No. The only serious issue that I'm trying to state here is the fact that when you have the unregulated borders the way that we have them right now, and you have cartels right through that border, you're creating an enormous human
Been happening.
trafficking.
That's how
situation.
fentanyl.
You're
That's how
creating
fentanyl comes
an
in.
It's been
enormous.
happening. It's been happening.
Not at this rate.
Americans human traffic all the time.
But so you're
Not
saying
at
we
this
shouldn't
rate.
stop it then?
No,
because it's
they'll be-
already
I'm
happening.
gonna
hey,
try to
bro,
stop it.
stop it. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to close the border. That's
Make
the
it
point.
stricter, but like the whole point is, it's like, dog, like this is part of society, homie. Like it's like I'm not gonna get mad about it, and I'm not gonna hate on
I'm
it
not
because the
saying
truth
I'm
is,
not mad
like,
about it.
I
like,
mean, all types of shit has been part
my
of
future
society.
baby mama might be an immigrant, dog. So it's like I don't give a
Sure.
fuck. Like,
Mine might be too. Who cares?
that's what I'm
that's
saying,
not,
bro.
But the
Like,
point is, it
so
doesn't
why-
make it right.
But what makes them not right though?
The fact
Those
that
people are
It's
escaping
illegal.
oppression.
It's
no,
illegal.
you don't know
They're
who these
escaping
people
oppression
are.
and dying.
You don't
We
know
don't
who
know
they
them.
are.
We don't know them though. You're claiming.
But some are. You're saying none of them are?
No, I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
I'm-
So fuck everything else. Then I'm talking about the ones that are. That's where I'm standing. That's
where
what
are
I'm
you
thinking
standing
about.
on it?
That think about the fucking mom and kid. Think about the dad
got-
that died. Think about the family of like 3-4 kids and a mom that's a single mother that's running for
Sure,
her life.
it's rough.
How does that make their country better?
You say that again, V?
No, I said sure. It's rough. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, and
I'm trying to figure
what
out.
about the land of the free,
what
home of the
happens-
brave?
What happens in their
Hold on,
country?
hold on. What about the
'Cause
land
this
of the free?
doesn't-
Hold on,
it's
shit is
not
rough. Shit
stacking
is
up.
rough. I want to touch on that. Shit is rough. What about the land of the free, home of the brave? That's what the fuck we are. We're the superpower. We're the big bullies of the world. We're America. We're the
I don't think
United
that says
States.
people could come in
We're
illegally.
G.I.
though, bro.
Joes.
I don't
Bro, we
understand
came
what-
in illegally. Our ancestors came in illegally, homie. If not our ancestors friends.
That's not a good. That's not
That's
a good
not a
argument.
very good argument.
It's not
Yeah,
about having a
dog.
good argument. It's about being fair and being right and being a good person, homie. It's about going to hell or heaven. It's about when you're dead and you're looking back on it and you're an old person. You're like,
Look,
damn.
do I think-
What was the difference? Did those people that got in illegally to the country really bother me? Did those people really fuck up my life? Did those people really hurt me?
Bro,
Did those
Bro,
people
there's
really?
a lot of
Hold on,
people.
hold on, hold
Bro,
on.
there's a
Did
lot of
those-
people
did those
dying
hold
from
on.
illegal immigrants right now, bro. There's people.
There's a lot of
there was-
Americans dying
There
too.
was something.
Niggas die every day, B.
There was something. There was
Chicos
something-
die every day, B.
There was something that I
Chicos die
seen
every day, B.
in New York. Hold up, this.
if I can get a word in here.
No words.
In New York,
Numbers.
in New
You
York,
gotta speak in numbers.
Look,
in New York,
I
some
gotta
chick.
tell
Wait,
you.
hold up. In New York, some chick went to her house, and there was a squatter there, right?
Uh-huh.
And
He happened to be an immigrant.
of
Oh
course,
my
it happened
God,
to be an
okay.
illegal
Look at
immigrant.
this guy says, of course.
And
homie, there's
and
mad
the
American
cops
squad. I've
pull
never
up.
seen an
The
immigrant
cops
squatter.
pull
They're
up
all
and they
American.
fucking arrest the homeowner. Not even because in New York apparently squatters have the right if they're in a home for 30 days they get to legally stay there or some shit. Like, yo, do you understand the ridiculousness of that shit, bro? That's not
Yeah.
ridiculous. New York is literally
I think this. I mean, to defend immigration as an idea has nothing to do with just letting cartels take over shit. People
Bro,
implant
I
this
love
shit
how, I
here.
love how, bro, you think everybody that's illegally immigrating into the country is part of the cartel?
That's not what
But
I
that's
said.
yeah,
But
nobody's
I
saying
love
that.
how
though.
that's the thing we hinge on. That's
Because
the
it's-
only
because
thing we
that's
can
the
make it
problem.
seem
That's
to
the problem,
antagonize it
though.
and vilify
Because
it.
that's the problem.
Okay, but bro, the drug problem's not just with the cartels. We are the cartel. The
I'm not
pharmacies
talking about
are
just
worse than the cartels.
No. Listen, when you have open borders, anybody can fucking come in. You don't get to vet shit. Those are people
That's the
that are
problem.
gonna be living next to you, next to whoever the fuck it is. all
If
right?
they're normal
You're not
people,
vetting
they're
to
not-
see who's
of
a
course they can
family,
come in, but-
who's hardworking, who has a degree, who has this or that. You don't see shit. Now, if you're okay with letting these motherfuckers just creep up, live next to you, pop up in your crib and do whatever the fuck they want, that's fine. That doesn't mean everybody else is okay with that shit.
So I'll be okay. I'm strapped. I'm protected. I'm secure. Thankfully, we're well off. I'm in a safe place in my neighborhood.
It also doesn't help the country they came in, by the way, because everybody can't just fucking pull up and just move to the U.S. and say fuck whatever the fuck is going on in that country. That doesn't help their country. Mexico hasn't gotten better as more people have moved into the U.S. from there. Right? It hasn't made fucking crime.
They're not gonna get better. They're not sending those people there.
It doesn't solve the problem.
Hold on, but the way you just said that, it sounds like you think Mexico's like putting people like doing what Ted Cruz did and put people on a bus and send people to another place. That's not what Mexico's doing. These people are running. That's why when people get mad at immigration. That's not what I said at all. But the way you said it, like it came off the connotation, the tone. It sounds you said right now. Damn, I'm high as fuck. What you said, fuck. Hold on, man. Damn, nigga.
Yeah, you got a backwood or you got?
Yeah, of course. Well, Dog, listen. Mexico isn't sending people here, bro. Those people aren't being sent.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, nobody said that.
Those people are coming off, are running. All right, have you ever seen the movie, Owen Wilson, the guy from Wedding Crashers?
I do.
You see No Escape?
No.
It's a movie based on, it's a banger. It came out recently in the last, 5-6 years. The concept though is they're running from like a fake North Korea, a fake version of North Korea, and it's a family. It's him, his wife, and 2 kids, and like they're on vacation, and then like they're on vacation like one of these countries that border North Korea, that North Korea is doing a takeover on, and then the whole concept of the movie is them as a family dipping, trying to escape the government and trying to escape like this hotel, Hotel Rwanda.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. It's a concept like that, but on a whole city. It's a city Rwanda, but in like a North Korea type of vibe, and the whole family just escaping, and the whole idea is let's get to South Korea. Once we get to the border of South Korea, we'll be protected. Yeah. It's that same vibe. Those people are running from their lives.
Yeah, it's definitely not like that.
Dog, bro, we're Cuban, bro. Yeah. Think of our retarded ass ancestors and their friends that fucking build rafts on fucking tubes, on pool tubes and pool rafts and little pool life salvavidas.
Cuba was never like North Korea, bro.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. That's a fucking easy route because it's 90 miles and those people get murked and those people are risking their lives to get eaten by sharks. Did you guys ever see Open Water? The movie Open Water?
I have.
It's tough, bro. I'm not saying.
We're all the same age, so did you see that when we were young?
Yeah. What I'm trying to explain, though.
Those people are running for their lives, bro. I know what you're trying to explain, but what am I trying to explain? That it's fucked up. That you gotta vent the people next to you because you don't know. It could be fucking Michael Myers, but it could also be fucking a little kid.
You see how that's an issue, right?
It could happen either way, but the whole point is I think the world's gonna be better if we're all fucking protected. We all are strapped up. People are vetted. There should be a little bit of a system where people get in. But nigga, we got in too. Our ancestors probably got in illegally, maybe not illegally. Like it's gonna happen. This is another thing like politics. Like we have no say in it. We have no control in it. Us having an opinion and getting mad at somebody having an opinion against it is retarded. I just think everybody should fucking have the opportunity to get in because I believe in alternate universes. If there's another version of me, of official Heir, it's like fucking the Mexican version, the fucking North Korean version, and he's on a mission with his fucking sister and mom and dad and grandma, and he's trying to get everybody in here with his pets, and he's trying to fucking cross the border. Homie, I hope he fucking gets in.
You understand how it wouldn't work, though, right?
What do you mean it wouldn't work? He gets in here, he hops the fence, and he gets a job tomorrow, and he fucking buys a house 2 years later.
That's the thing, right? You can't just have unlimited fucking housing for everyone.
The whole what did I just say? He hops the fence, he gets a job, works. Guess what? To get a house in 2 years, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? Hold on.
Where's he gonna sleep?
Let's talk about it. There's a limited amount of streams. There's a limited amount of money in the world that artists can make. Guess what?
But there is a limited amount of houses.
Just because you're American doesn't mean you earn the house. If you're a fucking piece of shit, whack-ass American with no job and doing nothing for society, and you have a job and you spend your check every week on fucking drugs, getting high, fucking hoes, doing fucking, even if you're not getting hoes or getting high, even if you're at the crib fucking ordering Uber Eats or fucking doing nothing with your life and not saving money and buying a house, you don't deserve a house, homie. Rent. Rent. Let that minority that fucking snuck into the country, that saved his money and did it right, and didn't get high on drugs, didn't waste his life away, saved his money. He bought properties. Now he has a fucking rental property. He has an apartment complex that your stupid high ass, crackhead ass could come and rent. Pay me your lifestyle that you're American, that you feel entitled, that you want to live check by check, week by week. You deserve, and that's what America's built on. It's free enterprise. It's free enterprise. A communist country is where y'all coming from. Where no, they're illegal. They don't deserve this. That's communism. That is communism, homie. That's communism.
that's actually the opposite.
You haven't let me tell you what I think before you answer it.
Let's get it.
So you're answering something
but you
that
hear what
doesn't
I'm
exist.
saying, though. You hear what I'm saying, right? Because that's control. You're saying just because you
I
came
haven't
in
told you
illegally.
what I'm saying. You haven't let me.
But free enterprise, but you understand free enterprise is the freedom to get it. Anybody has the chance to get it. You're talking about housing. Housing means we all have the opportunity to get it, whether you're illegal or not. You need to save your money, do your shit right, not do drugs, not get high, not order Uber Eats, start cooking, eat ramen noodles, save up, stack up. Let's see who does it first. The guy that's illegal or the guy that's not illegal. My fucking status.
What do you got to say? Go ahead, go.
Let's get it. But when that's my argument for the housing, because that's a stupid ass argument.
I didn't give you the argument. You didn't let me say shit.
Let's get it. But you did. You said immigration is bad because of housing.
Bro.
There's not enough housing.
I didn't tell you anything.
Not everybody deserves a house.
You didn't let me tell you shit.
My bad.
Listen, the only thing I'm trying to say.
No, say it.
Economies are not infinitely flexible to big ass fucking changes. You can't just fucking misplace like fucking 5 million people in the country without shit crashing. Because the resources won't be fucking made overnight. It's not like if you let those people in gradually, the same shit would happen. It's that if you just let everybody pour the fuck in, you can't make those houses overnight.
It's tough.
You can't make those rents overnight.
It's tough.
It's gonna be very tough for them too.
That's how it feels as an artist. Everybody has the access to fucking have Pro Tools in their crib and make music. It's the same thing.
I don't think you understand. This is some shit
Same
that
thing.
can fuck up the country for years.
It's fucking up it's fucking up the attention span for musicians and artists and fans. Everybody making music. There's so much garbage out. Same thing with housing and everything. There's so many people out, but guess what? There's a lot of shit eaters and people that spend their money wrong. The people that deserve housing are the people that save money and are doing good. I don't give a fuck. Like that's literally the key. Not everybody
That's
can buy
not
a
a good
house.
argument.
That's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the
You're
point
missing
either.
the point. The point
What's
is
the
that
point?
this crashes fucking economies. This elevates and inflates the price of everything.
How?
This
More
wastes
people, more
billions,
jobs, more work,
trillions
more
of fucking
clients,
dollars.
more people spending money in the economy. How does more heads make the economy worse? That makes no sense. How?
It makes
How?
perfect fucking sense when
More
you realize
jobs and more people spending money.
The amount of money that the government
We print
is
money all the
having to
time.
fucking spend on this shit is insane. The amount of money it's
What?
gonna continue to spend on this shit is insane.
The money that the government has isn't from the government. Like there's more money coming in from outside portions, like not just the government.
I don't know what
do you mean?
You're
Like,
trying to what are you trying to say? I don't understand what you mean. Expand.
You just said right now, like the money, like the way you're coming about it is like all the money is just American controlled. That's not the case. American controlled businesses.
I don't know what you mean by all the money is American. What does that mean?
Like you just said right now, there's only a certain amount of money that the America. Like,
No, I'm not talking about the amount of money.
So what does that mean? You expound on that because I don't know what
I'm
that
talking about
means.
the crash of an economy.
But there's
Right.
more people
Because
coming in, working
You're
more, and
gonna
spending
spend
more
money
money.
on them.
More people
You're spending a shitload of money on them. A shitload of them are not just whoever the
Who's
fuck you
spending
think.
money? Our government's notoriously known for having the worst usage of our taxes. We spend all of our taxpayer money on fucking military and beef and war that we never go to war. It's just to scare people. It's scare taxes. That's why everybody.
It's pretty well needed though.
Huh?
It's well needed though.
It's very well needed. I
trying
agree, and that's why people always bitch about why are we sending money to Ukraine, nerd? Because we want Russia fighting with Ukraine. Because if them niggas take over Ukraine, they're gonna fucking catch beef with the next country, and they're gonna really get enough pressure to really catch.
I don't think
so.
so much of a defense though, because I mean the fact that
That's the same concept.
Say that I'm $1,000 in debt, right? I mean that doesn't mean I should get into $2,000 of debt, right? I shouldn't add to my fucking problem by adding another
But
one.
that's
to
what
it,
governments
should I?
do. That's what governments issue. Governments are gonna keep eating like.
Well, so you're agreeing that it is a problem then?
Of course, I'm not saying it's not a problem, homie. But I never said it's not a problem.
Versus burgers
They've done
and
Friends
shit,
and
or-
Seinfeld. This Taste Buds. You never heard of Taste Buds? Awesome, bro. I
No.
love it so much, dude. I love it so much, bro. It's the best. Yeah, man. But debating's awesome. Debating's beautiful. I love debating. But we could debate millions of shit. But my thing is, I'd rather debate something where we could get into real pros and cons, where we have definitive technical answers. Because how many times
Yeah,
do
but
we
we
say
gotta be more. We gotta let
Precise.
let each other talk.
Yeah,
bro.
we have to
We
have
gotta do
multiple
shorter
stances.
responses.
Facts.
And then
Well, I don't know about the shorter, but my thing is
more concise though.
concise though. And my thing is though, the reason why I just to wrap up the point I was making here, politics, aliens, religion, all that shit, you can never get a concise answer because it's always like he say, she say. It's always like you never
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
How many times did you guys ask me, or did I ask you in the last hour or whatever the fuck time we're at right now? But do you really know? How do you know? Like, you never know with any of that shit. So let's talk about Chips Ahoy. Let's talk about fucking food. Let's talk about fucking Chinese versus Japanese. Let's talk about LeBron versus Jordan. Fuck those both. It's just Kobe versus both of those nerds. Shout out LeBron. I like LeBron because he's a Laker now, but homie, that's not. Come on. I can't be on any type of recording or even in real life, bro. Kobe's the best, one of the best athletes of all time.
I mean,
I'm a
you
Jordan.
reminded me right
wins two more
now.
rings.
You reminded me right now when you talked about this shit about everybody deserving an equal chance to come here.
That's what we are. We're the land of opportunity.
And when
I don't give a fuck what anybody
when,
says.
when you reminded me of that, it sort of it gave me the impression that you think people are equal in some sense, right? Like you don't have to. Nobody's better than anyone. Nobody, at least in the sense of having a right to live, right? So when I asked you, for example, is it better to die or to kill someone, right? Is it better to be killed or to kill? It really makes no difference.
It's
does
the
it?
context.
Let
That's
me ask
a
a better
case by case
question.
situation.
Let me ask a better
Scenario. That's a
question.
case by case scenario.
Is
It's no, mentira. That's not
No,
a case
no,
by
no.
case scenario.
No,
No,
that's-
that's not. It's always better to kill than be killed. Always, because that gives you a chance to keep going. Make
So-
right for whatever the
right, but that's true for the other person as well, right?
So you would rather be a murderer than?
Either way, that's general. That's for everybody.
Let me ask an easier
Both
one. How about
stances
this?
of the conversation. The guy trying to kill me, and the guy I'm trying to kill. It's better for both of us if we succeed and kill. It's better to be killed than be killed. That's crazy. That's a silly question.
Really?
Yeah, that's silly. Anybody that says, yeah, I prefer dying and sacrifice myself, what does that mean?
No, it doesn't matter.
The
Whether
only
you
time
prefer
that's
it.
the only
I
time
think you just meant morally though.
the only time it's it's morally never. The only time it's morally okay if it's like if somebody it has a gun to me and it's
No,
my
no, but
baby
we're not-
sister or my mom or my
The
dad.
scenarios
or-
don't matter. We're not talking about the scenarios. We mean in
does.
just the general idea of whether one is superior to the other. All things considered, right? So
Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about like guilty conscience. Because if you're talking about guilty
No.
conscience, then yeah, it's easier to get killed than kill somebody. Because if you kill somebody, you got to deal with damn, I killed this person for the rest of your life. If you just die, you just die.
But you think about it in terms of like mental consequences
what are
and
you
shit
thinking
like
about?
that. I'm thinking about just which one is morally superior to the other. That's it.
Morally superior.
Does it make a difference whether somebody kills you or whether you kill someone? If you're both equal and you both deserve an equal opportunity to come to this country, does it really matter whether you're the one that gets killed or the other person does?
This is Scarface. Is that what you're doing? You're gonna.
No, I'm trying to figure out.
I'll cut him up nice for a green card. I cut him up real nice. That's what he does. He kills somebody and takes his green card and goes to the country. That's the premise of Scarface. That's wrong. That's terrible. When it comes to immigration, you shouldn't do that. And no country in the world. This isn't Hunger Games. This isn't Game of Thrones. No country in the world has a fucking policy where they say, yeah, it's kill or be killed. You have to kill this guy to get in. That's not how it works.
I got an easier question. Would you kill one person to save 1,000?
Why by saving them or why by killing them? It's a tricky situation.
Let's say every single person is a clone of the other that was made in a lab. Let's put it like
A
that.
clone?
A clone.
Nah,
of the
you
other
don't even
person.
gotta. We don't even gotta get into specifics.
could
Yeah,
get
because he's
murdered.
not thinking in the
No.
abstract of it. So then
It's just
I'm thinking
it's just a
all kinds of
hypothetical.
abstracts,
Just if you had to pick one, that's all it
But
is.
all right, have you guys seen The Last of Us?
No.
All right, are you familiar with the whole zombies taking over the world concept and all that shit? Okay, Last of Us did it the best. The concept of the story, the first season or the first video game, it's you're playing as the guy with the little girl the whole time, but the little girl's immune to the disease that turns everybody to zombies and fucking killing. At the end of the game, you finally get to the place you're trying to get to, and the resistance against the zombies, the scientists that are alive, they're like, yo, we need this girl that's immune because this girl that's immune. Her body, her blood is going to create the vaccine that's going to kill all the zombie shit and save the rest of the world. But we have to kill her.
And he's not with that.
He's not with it. So the last mission of the game is you massacring everybody in the fucking hospital because you just spent the entire game protecting this little girl from zombies and monsters and killers and thugs and rapists. And the truth is, homie, if I was in that position with that little girl and I spent all this time writing for her, I'd do the same thing. And I'm like, nah, homie, we're going to find a better way. There's going to be other people that are immune. There's going to be more people that are immune, and we're going to get them together in the lab.
Let's say, forget that. Let's just say.
But that's the same concept, though, because that one girl is going to save the whole world.
Let's just say you don't know the people.
What do you mean I don't know the people?
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know the person. It's not the little girl I just protected.
Yeah, let's just say that.
But it's still a little girl.
It's a person.
If it's a big ass fucking fat ass
You don't
old
know
ass
who it
man.
is. You don't know who it is. You either have the option to kill him to save the 1,000 people, or you don't kill him and the 1,000 people die.
I'm a piece of shit because his time span and how long he is in his life is gonna make a difference on my decision. If it's somebody who's just starting in life, a baby, to me it does. To me it does.
That's not the point of the.
That's not the point of the question.
It is though, because you guys want it to be more callous and more straight up, and I can't.
It's a
That's not
hypothetical.
how I
We're
do
not
it.
giving you a scenario where we're asking you to think. All right, let's say there's 1,000 random people. They might all be fat fucks, and then maybe the girl might be, the one person.
Right. It's
and
more
maybe
of
it's
the
1,000
but the
pedophiles, and maybe it's a girl. That's not the question.
1,000 pedophiles. You see, that's a good way to put it. It could be 1,000 pedophiles.
See, but it can't. That's not the question.
So I don't know. It's like Mr. Beast.
No.
That's a good way to do it, though.
if you
It's a
had the
Mr.
big
Beast
one, I don't
situation. You don't know. It's 1,000 pedophiles or 1,000
I think it's
little
easier.
kids.
I think it's easy.
That's
That's
not
a
what
good
it
way to
is.
do it,
We're
though.
not. It's not on some random shit.
But what is
Suppose every single
What is it?
person that's there has an equal value. That's why I gave you the example of the clone shit.
Yeah,
the
let's
point
put it
of
like
that was to make it clear that no person here is worth more than the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? No person is more morally superior, more intelligent.
I thought this
That's
would have
crazy.
been.
I just realized something about myself right now with you guys saying that. I mean, but it's true though. I do think a little kid that has the rest of their life to make
Yeah,
right
but
or
that's we
wrong,
can't use that. We're not using that example.
that's not. I can't use that excuse. I can't use that defense.
Yes, you gotta just. It's one person, 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people are always going to be more valuable because it's you don't know. Yeah, I'm always going to stick with
So
that.
you're killing the person?
Yeah, one
Damn.
over 1,000. Yeah.
Damn, I disagree with you.
So you're going to say I'm killing 1,000?
I wouldn't kill a guy.
Oh, now it's a guy.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I wouldn't kill the person.
Nah, listen, bro. So you're gonna kill 1,000? You're gonna kill? Oh,
No, I'm not gonna
kill the. Listen to.
I'm not gonna be responsible.
But V, listen to how
I'm not
this
gonna be
sounds.
responsible for somebody's.
But you're gonna be responsible for 1,000 people.
I'm
then?
not responsible.
That's a huge key to the situation. The question you guys are asking me. Would you rather be the question you're asking me is would you rather be responsible for 1,000 people for one person dying or
Those
not
1,000
responsible?
people's lives are not worth more than that one guy's life.
Let me try.
Especially me having to kill him. I'm not doing that.
Right, that's what I said at the beginning when.
But I gave
with
you the
Last
option.
of
You
Us
don't have to kill him. You don't have to
example.
kill. You don't have to physically kill anybody if you don't kill the one guy. Obviously, the 1,000 people are gonna die, but you're not doing anything physically to them. You know, like you're killing this one guy with like.
That's another aspect of it.
I mean,
too.
yes, that's the point of it. You gotta kill him,
No,
though.
but let me
No.
explain the example to him so that he.
Yeah,
so that he
but you get what I'm
understands the
saying,
full
Ape, because there's a movie where like a guy calls the couple and they're like, this guy's just gonna randomly die. It's different where you're just saying, okay, he could die randomly, where I gotta fucking physically kill the person. Homie.
Yeah,
Like, that's different.
that's what I was saying.
No, but you guys didn't. I didn't understand
alright.
that concept.
So let me-
Give me a clear example. Give me clear. Let me ask. Go ahead, please. Ape.
There's a train, right? It's impossible.
You've
to
heard this
stop
one
it,
before,
right?
There's a train that's unstoppable.
Right,
Okay.
and it's basically going, and then there's a point where it splits in two directions. You know how trains sometimes like you can
Yeah,
choose
it's one or the other. It's left or right. Yeah,
okay.
it's
Now,
choose your story.
If it just goes automatically, it's gonna end up going in the direction where there's 1,000 people strapped in there. It's impossible to save them any other way
The whole train.
than by switching the lever and making it so that it only hits the one person that's there. Now,
And the train keeps going, but it's just one person that's trapped.
No, the 1,000 people are gonna get killed if you let it go.
No,
but if you push the lever,
It's one
safe.
guy
no,
that's-
the 1,000 people are gonna get killed. Yeah, if you don't do anything.
That's what I just
If
said,
you don't
right?
do
Yes.
yeah, and if I
But
switch
if you
it to
do
the other
it,
side,
it's gonna kill the one guy.
and the one guy's like strapped like in a comic book, like the guy, like in a
Exactly.
cartoon, the guy's like wrapped.
Yes.
Or you could do it in Red Dead. You could.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
guys, did you ever do that? You tied the guy up and you
I
threw
haven't
him on
played
the.
that much Red Dead, but I fuck with Red Dead.
Did you fuck with Red Dead?
Yeah,
You never did that where
I
you
played
tied the
the-
person up and you put him on the train tracks?
Nah, I haven't played it
I
that
did
much.
that probably like the first week I got the game. That shows how much of a piece of shit I am, and you're not.
But yeah, that's pretty much like the
Yeah,
concept.
I'll pick the train full of people, guys. If that example is a lot easier.
The idea is just this: Would you
pull the lever?
Would you pull the lever?
I forgot which is which, but I'm saving
You pull
the
the
train.
lever.
I'm saving
you
the
saved
train.
1,000 people.
I'm saving the 1,000 people. Yes.
You would.
Yes.
All right.
Wow, that's interesting.
Why am I killing the one guy for 1,000 people? That's crazy.
No, that's what you just said though.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Why am I killing the one guy?
Because if you do it, then you're pretty much physically responsible.
And I'm so you're looking at it though like I'm killing one person. I'm looking at it like I'm saving 1,000 people.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Let me ask you a different question.
Do you see its perspective?
Can I-
The power of perspective.
Can I
POP.
Can I give you a different example?
What's the name of this
different-
episode?
All right, so a different question, right?
Good question. Good question.
Great question. You all killing it, bro.
Can you be
I need
responsible?
you on my podcast. We're gonna fucking edit your face out or something. You are so raw.
Are you
too, me, but
Are you
guys
responsible for
great
what you
dynamic.
don't do?
Am I responsible for what I don't do?
Yeah.
Oh, great point. No, but I'm responsible for not like. So that's a great way to put it. Like I'm responsible for not telling my family, bro. If I'm drinking a gallon of water, which I've been doing I've been trying to do for like 4 or 5 years, I'm responsible to sharing that information with my family. Like, I'm drinking a gallon of water because it makes me feel so much better. It helps me eat less. It helps me feel better about myself. I feel more hydrated. I feel more conscious. There's times where I have a headache, and I think it's because I gotta eat. But the truth is, I just gotta have a sip of water. I'm responsible to sharing that information. Now, if the people I share the information with don't fucking listen and they don't give a fuck, that's their choice. So I'm responsible in that. I'm not responsible with what the fuck they do with the information. I'm responsible with sharing information and spreading knowledge. But whatever you do is you, dog. I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's for my loved ones, that's for family, and that's hard. That's something I've had a hard time dealing with, because for a long time I felt like, no, if I tell them the right advice, I'll control what they do, and I'll make them do the right decision.
Oh, no, that should never...
You fucking
no.
can't. No, homie, I've been depressed. I've got into lifelong depressions.
Yeah.
I've lost I didn't lose. For a long time I said I lost months of my life. Now that I'm almost 30, I realize I didn't lose months of my life. I just invested in being depressed. But now I value my life more. I value my mental health more, because I can't be depressed about what somebody else is doing with their life. I can't be depressed about my family. I can't be depressed about my friends. I can't be depressed about anything else. I gotta control what I can control, me. Diddy, as much of a piece of shit he is, I don't know if he really said the quote, but in the Biggie movie, he has a scene where the Diddy character tells Biggie, he goes, "You can't change the world if you don't change yourself. Or you can't help the world if you don't help yourself." And dog, that's how I feel about life, homie. If you're going through it, if you really feel like you're in that position, you gotta focus on you before you worry about everybody else. And the truth is, you gotta do that for the rest of your life. Don't even worry about everybody else.
So you
Like,
think you are responsible for things that...
I'm responsible and leading by example in that sense. But whatever you do is your choice.
Where does that responsibility come from, though? That responsibility comes from your relationship to other people?
Yeah. That
It varies
comes from,
on person.
No, that comes from me listening to comedians and podcasts and scientists and Rogan and having all these people on. That comes from those people that share that information. That comes from Dab. I wish I heard that earlier. I wish I heard it that way earlier. He just said today, I just heard the new Protect Our Parks. At the beginning, they say the best way to keep a nota, to keep your buzz going, is by having a light beer. And that never made sense to me, because I have friends, best friends, that stay on light beers, and I just think they're losing weight. But the truth is, I think I'm hanging with them by ordering regular beers, because I'm not a beer chick. I'll just have hard liquor. But the truth is, nah. The light beers is a lighter way to, just keep it easy and not get so fucked up. So it's examples. It's shit like
What's
that.
your favorite beer?
It used to be Blue Moon. Now, after hearing that shit I heard today, I'm switching. I said yes. That's funny. 2 days ago, I was at a bar, and I told the bartender, I was like, I wish I had a Blue Moon Light. But they
I don't know
have
what
a
my
Blue
favorite
Moon Light.
beer is, to be honest.
It used to be Blue Moon because it's just a swaggy, refreshing beer. I like Blue Moon. That's what I like about
I'm
it.
not really a beer. I mean, I drink.
Yeah,
I
beer's
got-
whack. It's tough to drink. It's
No,
something.
I actually like it. I just
love beer.
I just don't drink it as. I don't drink that like.
I'm
that.
a lifelong fat boy, so I just look at it like if I'm going for a buzz, I'd rather just get liquor because it goes straight to the point. But now that I'm getting older, I realize it's not about getting straight to the point. It's about just chill, just have a nice
Cruising.
little buzz, cruising. Fuck the fat shit. You're like, I gotta go to the gym. That's what that's about. I eat ice cream and I have a fucking sweet tooth, so I conglomerate the two and I think it's all connected. So whatever. But
That
yeah,
isn't-
that
is
goes back to the example though, because you guys asked me responsibility, and I just feel like you gotta lead by example, and that's just me. And like that comes from looking at other people that put me onto game, whether they're younger or older. It's like, damn, lead by example. Lead the way you want to move in life. I like that, because then we all gotta work at an optimized level. The world will be a better place. That's what paradise is. The world, everybody working at their best, doing their best. Everybody at Super Saiyan 50 or whatever level they can reach. But how do you get there? You feel me?
What do you think about I mean, what was your point trying to ask him that, Ape? What are you trying to...
About what?
About
Example?
if he feels responsible for
Yeah.
things that he doesn't do? Is that was the question?
Oh, that was just to figure out whether or not he thinks that he'd be responsible if he didn't push the lever. Because he didn't do anything if he didn't push the lever.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I feel responsible because it's like, nah, if I don't push the lever, 1,000 people are gonna fucking die.
Yeah,
No,
but
I gotta save
you
the
didn't
1,000
do it,
people.
though. You didn't...
Where'd the responsibility come from, though?
Yeah.
I gotta save the 1,000 people. What if I
Why?
was on that train?
But why, though?
I mean, what if you were the one guy? Shit.
If I was the one guy and I was wrapped up, I'd be like, damn, bro, it's 1,000 people. This is really gonna fucking suck. But fuck, I'd rather 1,000 people survive, dog. Because if there's one little kid on that shit, it all makes sense.
Damn.
You think you'd make that choice?
Yeah, I would. No, I'm telling you right now, from the bottom of my heart, that's how I feel. And maybe if you put me in the situation, I'll lie because I'm scared. Oh my god, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta fucking see my
You're
dogs.
about to get fucking...
You know, but but I'm telling you right now, not in that position. From the bottom of my heart, I feel like, nah, homie, like, and this is because I'm not in that position. And just, it's great that I'm vocalizing it, because God forbid I get put in that position and somebody puts me on a train track and they're like, yo, it's over for you. Or 1,000 people, it's over for them. And I'm just gonna be there, and I might say, yeah.
If they give you that
Okay.
option...
I'll walk back. As soon as I start my car and I'm about to leave the parking lot, I'm gonna come back and be like, nah, man, I can't do it. I did the podcast, I said it, I gotta do it. And then I'll go
I'm
viral.
gone.
So
I'll
then
be
you
dead
do
and I'll
think
go viral.
so then you
They'll
do
be
think...
like, yo, this
Yeah,
guy
you do
said
think
so.
there's some responsibility. in
No, I was
things
gonna say something. I mean, you do think then it's better to die than to be killed than to kill someone, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's basically what
Well,
you told me. Right?
Yeah, that's funny. I'd rather die a hero than see myself be a villain. Shout out to fucking Christopher Nolan in The Dark Knight. That you guys got the reference?
Of course.
From The Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah.
Would you rather would you rather die a villain or see yourself
Live long enough
live long enough to become a villain? That's Two-Face.
Yeah.
That's Tom Hardy. Or not Tom Hardy. That's his real name though. That's Two-Face's like fake. That's the real guy named Tom Hardy, right?
I'm not sure. I know Tom Hardy.
Jamie, pull it up.
The Venom actor.
That's the real life actor. No, but in the comic books,
His
like
name is-
Bruce Wayne.
His name is Tom Hardy.
Yeah, the government.
It might be, I don't
The
remember.
government official, I think it is. Yeah.
What do you think about stoicism?
I follow the Daily Stoic. I love my favorite podcast, Taste Buds. That's from the No Press Network, which is, I found them from Chris Stefano. He's big on stoicism and all that shit. But he's a comedian. But the practice, like he's put me onto it, and it's just real life shit. I've heard other people practice it. Like that's just. I have the Daily Stoic account on my shit on my phone. It's just it's raw, dog. But like stoicism is just real deep. It's hard to say it like so general like that. Like you got to put it into like perspective like for people, because even me right now that I know what it is, like I'm kind of like no, I got one in my hand. I'm just holding the mic, so it's and you asked me a question. You good?
I was gonna say fucking fuck, what was I gonna say? I just forgot.
About
Stoicism, right? Fuck, what was I gonna ask you a question.
What do you think stoicism is? Tell me what stoicism is to you. Like if you're a Chico, explaining it to like your mom.
From what
like,
I've heard is that virtue is the highest good.
Raw.
No, that's exactly.
We're all artists.
That's exactly
We all
what
make music.
stoicism is.
We all make music, and my
At least
dog.
that's where it starts from.
Yeah, we're all artists. My dog makes. He's a photographer. He's on his filmography shit. So we're all in the arts. Stoicism, a good way to put it right now. And now that I asked you that question because I asked myself that question. I'm like, I don't even know how to put it myself. You know who Louis C.K. is?
Of
Yeah.
course, bro.
He fucking did a podcast with the guy I'm telling you about, Chris Stefano. He did his shit last year. But he had a really good bit in there where he was talking about success as a comedian. And like, you want to get, you think you want to get to the Kevin Hart level and be at this arena level. But the truth is, you want to be to a level where you can maintain for the rest of your life. Because you could get to that arena level, but you're only there for a little bit. You're only there for a certain amount of time. The key to life is to get to somewhere where you're balanced, and you're at peace. It's not about being at the best. It's about being good enough. It's about being chilling. It's about being even keel. That's something, like, I'm in sales and I'm constantly telling people that are like fucking twice my age that are just new to what I do, and I'm like, chill, don't take it so fucking crazy, relax. And the truth is, I'm starting to realize now that's with everything in life. It's not just with sales and business, it's with life, homie. Don't be so fucking hard on yourself. Take it easy. And that's what stoicism is. Stoicism is more like, take it easy, don't be so greedy and think you gotta go to the next level all the time. No, chill. And virtue, there's certain virtue in that. The virtue is like, learn how to settle. Don't, like, that's Icarus. You know who Icarus is? It's a fucking famous story. He wanted to reach for the fucking sky. You should have just been able to reach for the clouds. You should have been able to glide. But I wanted to fly. I wanted to be able to fly and do whatever the fuck I want. Like the jetpack cheat code to Grand Theft Auto. No, you should have just been able to do the little airplane cheat code and just been able to fly and land. Fly and land. Pick up and fall down. Pick up and fall down. You can't be greedy, man. And it's human nature to be greedy. So, yeah, that's what I think Stoicism is. Stoicism is the anti-greed. It's a way to, it's a tool to combat that and just understand that, chill. Naval is a famous Indian guy that I learned from Joe Rogan, but, like, he's really, like, gangster, like, with his mentality and shit like that. And he said the key to life is to figure out a way to bring down your expenses and increase, like, the ways you're making income. But to bring down, because a lot of people, naturally, you're going to make more money and think of more shit. You're going to, I got to smoke more, I got to eat more, I got to do this more, and bring up your expenses. I think Stoicism reminds us to bring it down, chill. Like Naval says, find ways to chill, live in your means. Don't open your means. On the contrary, bring down your means. Figure out ways you can minimize your spending while making more bread. That's, I kind of connect that to Stoicism. All the shit I learned from Stoicism reminds me of the shit that Naval reminds me of business. That's what I think Stoicism is.
Fair enough.
Well,
What do you think?
I don't know. I think you might be wrong, dude.
Break it down.
Well, I'm not an
Break it
expert.
down.
We've
No
talked
homo.
about it a bunch on this pod, though.
No
but
diddy.
but
No
it's
diddy.
like
Break it down, no diddy.
living in accordance.
That's the name of the episode.
Living in accordance with nature, pretty much. Like,
Have you read the Discourses of Epictetus?
I haven't read them. Maybe I've heard people talk about it, but I haven't read it.
You ever heard about like things that are not in your control? Like,
but that's what I feel. If the example I used was like reaching out for like arenas and shit like that, and constantly try to be at the top level.
Yeah.
That's in your control. Don't go there. Just go for what's in your control. Just take it easy. Like, as an artist, niggas try to sell out arenas and then nobody books the shows for arenas. You constantly see it. Jennifer Lopez just had to cancel a whole tour because nobody was paying for arenas. Stupid ass. You should have done fucking you should have done not stadiums. What's smaller than arenas? You should have done like club shows. But the ego's there. It's like, I'm J-Lo. I can't do clubs. You should have done it because you would have sold out the clubs. The club would have had lines wrapped around the fucking entire neighborhood. It would have been crazy. But that's ego. And Stoicism is combating ego. All the shit I've learned from Stoicism, the app I have, it gives me a quote every single day and it breaks it down. It gives me the option to go into the quote. But, like, I don't always do it. But the truth is, like, all the shit I take from it reminds me, like, chill with the ego. Chill with all that shit. And that shit's greed. That shit's whack. At the end of the day, you're going to be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old and you're going to look back on this shit like, this is whack. This is lame. I don't need this. Like, it's cool if it's there. It's cool if it's not there. I'm good if it happens. I'm good if it doesn't happen. That's even keel. That's peace. It's not about being happy, because if you're constantly chasing happiness, you're not going to know how to deal with sadness. I'm more about finding peace, homie. If I'm happy, cool. If I'm sad, cool. I'm at peace either way.
fucking.
That's Stoicism to me.
That was a lot. I don't.
No. What are the
21
what are
21 Savages in the background. A lot.
What are the things that are in your control?
My life, what I do. Like you asked me earlier, like, do I feel responsible? Like, I feel responsible in educating myself, and the more knowledge I educate myself, I could do good. And I could tell people, I could have been telling my family, drink more water, but if I didn't lose weight and become stronger and become healthier, they wouldn't have given a fuck. Now, at least, no, mentira, my sister, my mom, my dad,
But that
they
isn't in
all
your
have water
control.
containers.
Let me expand it a little bit.
That
It
isn't-
wasn't in my control, but me practicing it and living it, not just preaching it, but practicing what I preach. That is what's in my control, and that after fucking 4 or 5 years of them seeing it, now they all have their own water containers. They're not drinking a gallon, but they all have the little liter water fucking thermoses that they're fucking on every day. And you know what? That's very true. But the truth is, I didn't drink water like at the beginning, like I'm gonna get my family drinking water. No, I did that for myself on some selfish shit. Eventually, it translated to that. Now that I'm older, I look back on it like, yo, that's just water. If I fucking like just started preparing my own meals and doing meal prepping consistently, you feel me? And like if I can keep this up and I lose weight and I get to a different level of my life, my family will see that and be like, damn, I gotta do the same thing. You know? So I do kind of feel responsible about that. And like, you know, I've been half-assing it, but now saying it out loud with y'all on the podcast, I feel more responsible. And like, yeah, I gotta put a little bit more effort into that. Let me put in some work. Let me fucking, you know, do that. Because my family's gonna see it, and our whole family feel the fat fucks. We're all on both sides, you know. We love fuck. We're all Cuban. We love eating bad. It's crazy. We're all sweet tooth. So
Is your body in your control?
hell yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of bad shit to eat. Cancer's killing us. You feel me? With all the sugar and shit, but it's my choice. It's my fucking choice.
Right.
I knew a great grandmother, and one of my biggest, clearest memories of my grandmother is her shitting on me because I didn't want to eat beans, because I ate beans so much of my life, and like halfway through my little kiddom with her and my life, I just didn't want to eat beans no more, and they would serve me a plate full of rice and beans because I was a fat kid.
You just put it like this.
And and she shitted on me for not fucking eating fucking beans, and it's sad, but that was in my control.
But say you say your body was born genetically in a certain way where all of a sudden right now sitting here you just had 8 fucking strokes and you're fucking paralyzed, right?
Dude,
Was that in your control?
I've been drinking all night. I've been smoking. I last night I was up till 5 in the morning, out at night at the clubs. You know, I got home late as fuck. I ate ice cream before I went to sleep.
Yeah.
If I had 8 strokes right now and died, I feel like it was in my control. That was all my fault. If I didn't do any of those things I did last night, I wouldn't have stroked. Even if I didn't do those things last night.
No, I'm saying.
But I take responsibility. You ask me how I feel, and I would say I take accountability. I take accountability.
But it's a change from what I see, because what I said is, say you had a genetic condition where you ended up.
If I'm born fucked up, if I'm born with cancer,
strokes.
if I'm born with cancer, but you're not. You can't be born and have strokes.
Who said
Oh
no?
yeah, you can.
Who said no?
As a baby?
Yeah.
Or I mean, whatever. That's my parents' fault because they had, they were doing something wild.
Right,
Or maybe they
that's
just
not
had
in your
bad
control,
luck.
though.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's not your-
that's different though. At infancy, that's different. At infancy, that's their fault.
I mean, say you were
Yeah.
28 and it was just predisposed to that point. I mean,
All right, I'll tell you. This is a real life story, extremely personal. I had a stepbrother. Yeah, he
Right.
died. We went out. I had like a squad. I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if we did it on air or not, but I had a squad I hung out with in high school and shit like that. And like I look at it like we're kind of like the Jersey Shore because we hung out by the summers, but eventually we hung out year round. But I look at it like we had the craziest memories and experiences throughout the summertime. The second summer we had an event and fucking whatever. So we had an event, dog, and we didn't have an event, man. It was like my 2 best friends were out of town. They were expected to be out of town all summer, but then change of plans happened, so they came into town. We had a telly at the beach, and me, my stepbrother, my best friend, and like, this was our squad. We went out to the telly, and by the time we got to the telly was already raided. The whole squad was on the beach, a bunch of girls. It was like fucking, the whole squad, which was like 12 of us, and like fucking, we had like 20 bitches with us, 20 girls. And bro, we were just vibing on the beach, hanging out. And then we had this spot called Esplanade, which is like a community area in Miami Lakes, Miami Gardens area. And we would always just hang out there all the time. So we pull up there and we're just vibing there. The girls are there for a long time. The girls start to leave, and then these guys start to wrestle. At the time, I'm one of the main wrestling guys, but at the time, I'm actually in a wrestling team for my high school, Goldman, and I'm a sophomore. And I just transferred to the school, and this was like not my way in, but like this was just something I was doing before I even got to the school. I was doing this in the summertime, so like I had the Goldman wrestling shirt, a long sleeve shirt on the day this happened, and this whole night experience.
And bro, so I'm like, you know, I have a sprained ankle from training or practice with the team. So I'm like standing back, and my stepbrother at the time, he's one of the rawest fighters I've ever seen in my life with like hands, like as a kid. And all my squad, my friends, like this is like a crossover, because this is my stepbrother from home with my best friends who I hang out with, and my best friends are fucking rawest wrestlers, fucking rawest brawlers. My one friend fucking got a scholarship to Purdue. And to play fucking as a tight end football, and like my stepbrother, has like this insecurity with wrestling because he's really good at hands, like an MMA fighter. He's a good boxer, but he can't wrestle. You know, like one of those fighters that are good at throwing hands, but they can't wrestle. When they wrestle, they lose the fight. My stepbrother had this thing in his head where I gotta learn how to wrestle. So he wrestled all of my fucking friends, dude. Back-to-back rounds, back-to-back rounds, back-to-back rounds, back-to-back rounds. After, you know, the last round ended with him not even getting dropped. He had got dropped before a couple times, but this last round, and after every round he kind of took a break but didn't drink water. He just took a breathing break and like, who's next? And the next person came, and he ran it again. And dude, the last fucking round, bro, man, the guy fucking doesn't even drop him. He does like an ankle trip where he shoots and basically dives like he's catching a football, but he dives at his ankle, catches his ankle, and then my stepbrother just falls back on his ass. He falls back on his ass, and he's sitting up, and then he just throws himself back on his own accord. He throws himself back on the fucking ground, and he just starts breathing heavy. And then he ends up having a heart attack, and then he ends up becoming brain dead, and then he ends up passing away like in the last couple of years. I bring this up because he had a heart murmur. My stepdad never told my mom that. He never told him that. He never told my stepbrother that. It was like a whole day after. Like, we're in the hospital. We bring him to the hospital. We're all tripping out. And it was the next day where he tells my mom, and my mom tells the doctor, and the doctor explained, like, he ends up telling all of us, he's like, the fact that he had a heart murmur when he was young is a very important fact. That means he was at, you know, risk for things like this happening and this and that. A heart murmur is like an echo. It's like your heart like stuttering when you're first born. He had that when he was a baby. And my stepdad had never disclosed that. Ever.
Man.
But he went through this, and you know, my stepbrother, you know, is long gone now, and RIP to him. But, you know, it brings back to what you guys asked me. I don't think my stepbrother was in control of that. He didn't know. He drank that night. We were out. We partied. We had a good time. But he thought he was good to go. He was one of the fucking healthiest, rawest niggas I've ever seen in my life. But it's not his fault. You know, he didn't know that shit happened. I don't know what my stepdad at the time and his baby mama were doing when they made my stepbrother. That's their fucking fault. But he's not responsible for how his fucking body was or what he was born with. That's his fucking thing, you know. That's what he was born with. If he would have known, though, it would be a little bit of a different story. If my stepbrother would know I had this shit, or maybe if he didn't tell me, but at least he knew, I would look at it different, dog. I straight up, I would.
Yeah,
But
based on what he did.
It's about the knowledge, exactly. It's about the knowledge. If you know you that's there and you're still doing it, the thing, even if you're a kid and you don't know better, but at least you had the opportunity to, damn, I know this is there. And it's a little bit of a different judgment. But right now, it's like, he didn't have a choice in that.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it, dog. So it is, that question's a great question, dog. But like, I look at it very specific and case by case, because in that case, with somebody close to me, like, dog, like, the way I talk to girls, like, it's strictly based off this guy. Like, my stepbrother's, like, you know, is one of the first role models I ever had in my life. You know, I wasn't like my dad or somebody, like, actually in my life, you know? But, I like blood related, I meant, by my life. But yeah, man, that's a great question, dog, but it's just very specific. My bad if it was a little too extensive.
That's perfect, bro. That's perfect. All right, one last serious one before I start fucking around, because at the end, I just...
Yeah, at the end, we're just kind of...
Yeah, we gotta fuck around, bro. We can't just be fucking...
I feel like we've done some fucking around, though.
A little bit. Not enough.
Yeah, we usually...
But,
I love it.
Last one. Does free will exist?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I choose to be a degenerate, gambling, rapping, podcasting dickhead. Fucking hungry, horngry.
Let's take the degenerate example, right? I like that one.
Yes, sir.
Let's say, all right.
I love it.
That means you could have chosen not to be a degenerate, right?
I choose, exactly. I choose to do
it. Could have been otherwise.
I know I'll be fucking making a lot more paper if I chose not to do it, but guess what, dog? It's not about paper.
Yeah.
It's about success and enjoying my life. And to me, success is happiness.
So, like, for me, for example,
peace, yeah.
I choose to pursue obese bitches and riches But I
Well,
could choose not to pursue obese bitches and riches.
That's what turns you on, though. Like,
Right.
that's what gets you hard.
If I like big bitches
So
and I
get you
want to
hard.
pursue big bitches, that's I could have chosen not to, but I'm choosing
Yes, exactly.
to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. Like,
Because I like big bitches.
I hear you.
But
I'm not allergic to Indian food. I just don't like it.
right.
I just don't eat it.
No, of course.
I've ate it, but it's not my thing. It's not
Damn,
my
you don't like
bag,
Indian
baby.
food?
Huh?
You don't like Indian food?
I haven't had a good spot where I'm like, dog, I gotta go eat this.
Damn.
Every time I've had it, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I get it. I
fuck
see
with
why you
Indian
like
food.
it. I just don't like
Yeah.
it. I'm also allergic to nuts, so it restricts a lot of raw shit. Same thing with Thai food. But you know, I get. Listen, I'm open to it, dog. Like I'm big on like when people like show me music. If I don't get it, I'm gonna listen to it and I'm trying to understand. Oh, I'm looking for the thing that like I get it. I understand why. With mumble rap, with all kinds of shit.
Okay.
With food, with like I'm trying to understand why people get it. Even if it's not for me, I get it. Like Benny the Butcher, Griselda, all these guys, I love where it comes from. I love the beat selection, but it's not for me. When I listen to music, I'm not bumping it.
You don't follow them?
No, I don't. One of my boys I just had on my podcast, Jax, shout out Jax, he just did a whole project on nothing but Benny the Butcher beats. And I thought it was because he was a Benny the Butcher fan. He eventually tells me, no, I don't really, like, I listen to him, but not like that. Like, it was just, to my understanding, it was just like, have you ever been like on a beat website and they have like a whole album of like beats from an album?
Sure.
That's what he did. He just found an album that he liked and he just did a whole project on that specific album.
That's interesting.
But like, yeah, like those are my guys. Though. But that's not to say you bump it for me. I listen to it. Oh, that's cool. I get it. I see the lyricism. Damn, those are bars. It's just not for me. Though. It's not something I'm gonna go back to and eat like Indian food. That's something I'm gonna go back and digest.
I mean, speaking of music, fucking Kendrick just dissed
Murk these boys.
Drake and Cole.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. I think Jay-Z is the most successful artist of all time. Drake has a chance to take it from him. This is his chance. He's been really whack.
You think Jay-Z is the most successful?
Successful, yeah, because he's killed.
In what sense?
Great question. I think Biggie's the most lyrical, and my goat is Biggie. I think Biggie's, when it comes to the art of making raps,
What are we judging it off?
that's what I'm telling you. When it comes to the goat of making raps, lyricism, bars, and a lot of people argue Nas is the lyricist, but to me it's Biggie. If Biggie would have stayed alive, it would have been Biggie.
Yeah,
Biggie.
but we can only judge him off the things he's
What
made.
he did, I think it's still Biggie.
Which
I think
is an
Biggie's
extremely low
the
amount.
Lost, huh?
It's a low amount though compared to what
And
others
with that
have.
low amount, it's almost like people argue for Allen
But it's
Iverson.
kind of like, you can see how it's kind of like cheating, because it's like, if it's the best shit ever and it's all he got.
I
it's
mean,
like,
let's narrow it down. What's the best album ever produced?
album ever produced.
Ever.
That's a really good.
Or we could narrow it down to rap.
Yo, I got a leak. I had to take a leak.
Go for it.
Yeah, we could take a little break.
Leave it right there, though, because best album ever produced is really fire to
Yeah.
come back to.
And we're back. Yo, sorry, technical difficulty. What are we talking about, guys?
The greatest album ever produced.
Yes.
Just asked. I'm gonna say "Take Care" by Drizzy because that's one of the best intros. I think his best intro is.
Wait, I mean, this man said in rap music, right? That's the best.
No,
album.
he didn't say rap music. He just album in general, which
Of
made
all
it hard.
time?
Yeah, I would have said Michael Jackson Thriller, but I
Yeah,
don't want
bro. I was
to promote a
gonna
pedophile.
say. What?
I don't want to promote a pedophile.
You think Michael Jackson was a pedophile?
He did it, yeah.
How do you
Anybody
know?
that thinks he
Honestly,
did,
if I gotta choose, I'm taking his side.
How do you
on
know?
that one, though. That's
anybody that doesn't even believe it, when you ask them, okay, so you would have let Michael Jackson take care of your kids for a weekend? They're like, no.
Of course
I don't
not.
think he did it. Nigga, homie, he did. He had a whole fucking a theme park in his backyard. He didn't even like rides.
FBI
You can't even
didn't
find a
find
video
no
of him riding the
evidence.
rides. You can't even find a video of him riding the rides, homie. I fucking have a Universal annual pass theme, year pass, annual pass, homie. I go to Universal all the time. I love rides. Just think
Dog.
about that concept. He
If
had
they
a
don't find,
fucking
if the
theme
FBI
park.
doesn't find evidence, that's kind of.
They did find evidence.
No, they didn't.
Whatever. They didn't care about finding evidence because he was breaking bread.
They don't care.
Maybe they murked him.
That's another.
I don't think they would murk him for killing kids though. The FBI is like, yo, you murk
Whatever,
kids?
fucking,
I love that. Do it.
We're you guys.
What's
are
your
talking
greatest
about,
album ever produced? Not by a pedophile.
I don't even.
Or maybe
know, bro.
not pedophile, that's not
I
Michael
mean, but
Jackson.
say,
What do you say, Ape? What's your answer to
oh, I
that?
said Illmatic.
Illmatic? But
best
Nas?
album-
Bro, the best album ever produced.
Illmatic, Nas.
That's a hard, bro. That's ever.
No, I can't even choose that.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Stand up business, sing
No,
one. I said
the
fucking
best
Drizzy,
rap
guy.
album.
You didn't say if
Yes,
we play
I
it back
did.
right. I promise if we play it back, you
I
didn't say
guarantee
that.
I
You just
did.
said album. I
yeah,
guarantee
he
it.
did say rap. He did say rap.
He didn't.
I specified it.
Let's,
But anyway, rap.
we're gonna
dude.
come back to this. I
Best
promise.
rap album
Everybody-
produced.
Listen, it's
I don't even know, bro. That's so hard. Ever?
Ever? I mean, fuck, bro.
That we, there's so many.
I would
and that
probably-
music is so complex. Like, you like.
No, it's subjective.
You
Only
like
just
something
pick.
for
that's
a
what I'm saying.
reason.
That's the beauty of it, though. It's
I'd probably
subjective.
pick
No,
Abbey
objective.
Road.
My bad. Objective.
Yeah, I would probably pick Abbey Road by the Beatles.
Okay.
That's crazy. I gotta break that down. I'm not familiar. Go ahead.
I don't even know, dude.
Can I ask y'all something?
Sure, go for it.
Go for it.
How do you guys process albums? Like this new Future Metro Boomin album came out. First time listening to it. What are you guys doing? Are you guys looking at the track list before you listen to it? Or are you just playing from one and going? How do you process a new album?
I mean, I don't have much interest in the Future Metro album.
All right, give me an album you're interested in though. Like, how do you?
I'll listen to most tracks. Yeah, from start to beginning. I don't mind that.
First time listening to it.
Sure.
No,
yeah.
but I'm saying like, what's your go-to way? Do you just hit it on shuffle? How do you do it as an artist?
I
or
mean, I'm not
somebody
gonna
who's
lie. Yeah, I've definitely just hit it on shuffle before.
a brand new album comes out, first time listening to it.
100%, I've done
you're
that
just going
before.
to hitting on shuffle.
Yeah, ones that I'm not really that invested in, I'll probably do that. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, for sure.
Even some, but the way you just said it now, I feel like even the ones you're invested in, you're gonna do the same thing.
Nah, if I'm really invested in, like, I'll actually start it from top to bottom.
What's something you would be really invested in?
Something.
Who would be an artist
who
right now
would-
that dropped that you'd be like, what? Or what's the last album that you did that for?
Probably Kanye's
The Vultures?
Vultures.
Crazy. I think you'll fuck with that shit. Okay, cool.
You didn't think it was good?
No, I just don't give a fuck about that shit. Like his last, bro. Listen, one of the best albums of all time, I think, is My Twisted Dark Fantasy and Graduation. And,
Sure.
and, like I love Kanye's old shit, but his last new shits have been incredibly bad to me. Like I
So
can't
who's
get
the
into it.
current artist that you're really into right now? Or just any artist that you're really into at the moment?
Right now, a Mexican OT won me over, dude, with the Rogan podcast. Like, I've been fucking with him, and then I that's a big thing for me. Like, artists could win me over different ways. It's not just sonically music. Like, here's
Yeah,
the-
but you asked me somebody who, like...
yeah,
puts
the
me-
last album I listened to from beginning to end. I just tried doing it to the
Yeah.
Metro Boomin one. I haven't had a chance to because it came out. I started yesterday, and I went out, and I haven't had a chance to do it too. That's the last one I'm doing it to from beginning to end. The last one I got through beginning to Schoolboy Q's. I did Schoolboy Q's from beginning to end. I'm invested in Schoolboy Q's. I like
Forget all
Schoolboy
that.
Q's.
Well, let's talk about what we were talking about before we... You guys were talking about, like... when
Luda and Tupac.
Luda and Tupac.
Yeah, well, you want to go from because I think what we would stem that conversation is even juicier too. I was talking about Ape was tripping on me because I said Jay's the most successful artist of all time.
Yeah, I don't
think
agree with
Biggie's
that.
my goat.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, why I think Jay's the most successful is he has the baddest bitch that's also making more money than him. That's also one of the best musical artists of all time.
That's
no
subjective.
artist in music could boast that. He's won all of his beefs. The only beef you could argue is the Nas beef, and guess what? There's video footage of him, Nas, the guy who supposedly, quote unquote, air quotes for y'all listening,
Yeah.
air quotes, killed him, signing to him. Oh yeah, I killed you in a beef, but I'm gonna be your employee now. Signing to him on a label, and then they do like an award show, like BT Awards, and like they're fucking hugging.
Yeah,
the
they
year
squashed
signed
it.
him.
They squashed it.
No, he squashed it. Jay-Z signed him. Jay-Z didn't squash it. He won the beef. He won the war. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad? You ever seen when he kills
Wait, so
Gustavo
Jay-Z's
Fring?
your favorite
He's a-
rapper?
No, I think he's the most successful.
But-
He's
but-
one of my
but
favorites.
what's the
I don't have a
criteria,
number
though?
one favorite
Yeah,
rapper.
what's
That's
the-
What
funny.
do you mean by
What's-
success?
yeah, what's the
What is that?
criteria?
What I'm telling you, baddest bitch of all time, won all his beefs, has never taken.
That's
like,
pretty bad criteria, bro. To
I
be the
mean,
most
let me
successful.
finish.
That could be like some gangster shit.
You
Yeah,
better
bro.
cutting me off 2 points in. Can I
You're
give my?
speaking the whole time, though.
You just cut me off 2 points in.
I let you talk this whole
2
pod.
points in. 2 points in. You cut
Let's
me
give
off.
him 3
You just
points,
had-
bro.
Come on.
Give me 5. I think the greatest artist of all time
You know what, bro?
has
Take
more
20
than
of them shits.
Wait, you think he's the
I can't
greatest
name
artist of
20.
all time?
No, the most successful. I said most successful.
Oh my god, I was about to trip.
We're breaking down the most successful, dude. Most successful. Most
Sure.
successful. Most
So give us the reason. Baddest bitch,
baddest
Beyonce.
bitch. No
What else?
L's and beefs with
No,
other artists.
that's debatable, but sure.
He signed Nas. It's not debatable. He
What do
signed
you
Nas.
mean though? Nas came out with what's the shit called? Ether, yeah.
You don't even know the name.
I'm high, my guy.
No, but like nobody knows it. Hit 'em up
Nobody
is the
knows it?
greatest beef diss of all time, and Biggie's my goat lyricist of all time. Like Biggie's my goat rapper when it comes to the art. I think Jay-Z's the goat when it comes to success. When you get into the egotistical shit of being an artist, Jay-Z's the goat of it. Rawest bitch, most successful bitch, won all his beefs. Really profitable. I think Eminem's the only one that's more profitable all around.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eminem is way more successful than Jay-Z.
Only one. The only one other that you could argue is Drizzy in rap. Only other one. And even still, you're talking about single album or whatever record sales.
Yeah, but what about
Hold on,
status though?
Think about the artist Jay's put on.
globally, 50 Cent and Eminem is way bigger.
Get Rich or Die Trying is the best album of all time.
They're way bigger than Jay-Z.
Get Rich or Die Trying, the best, like the most important hip hop album of all time.
50 is more popular globally.
Not the best produced. That's why I didn't say
Jay-Z.
it. Huh?
50 and Eminem are way more popular globally.
Popular, but that's not just music. That's not.
No,
art. That's movies. That's movies. That's entertainment. That's not just music.
What do you mean though?
That's not just music. Jay-Z doesn't have a.
You're claiming these people don't listen to these people?
Jay-Z doesn't have an 8 Mile.
That doesn't matter though.
It does.
No,
It
that
does.
doesn't. That doesn't.
It matters with popularity.
Eminem sells the most records. He has the most.
There's Indians, Japanese, and Chinese people, and fucking Russian people that have seen 8 Mile and Get Rich or Die Trying and know 50 Cent and Eminem's story without ever listening to their music. That's a fact. There's millions of people from
And there's
different
a
countries.
million
There's
things.
American people
We
that
could
don't give
use
a
a
fuck
bunch
about the
of
music,
references for
but
Jay-Z
see those
as well.
movies and they like them. No, Jay-Z doesn't have a movie.
Even if
How
he
do you
did
feel,
it.
Abe? I feel like you're on my side with this because Jay doesn't have a movie. Jay doesn't have a visual accompaniment. Jay's just music, just
That's
success.
not true. He runs a company. He has Rock Nation. He
Put
has
artist song
he used
about
to-
music. What's Rock Nation? A music company.
You're
Next.
saying that's his only business?
No, I'm saying he's from one fucking genre. He's a music mogul. 50's entertainment mogul because he's in movies, he's in TV shows, he's done all this shit, books, all kinds of crazy shit. Jay has good
Eminem
books
is
too.
not in that much movies. He was in
8
one
Mile is
movie.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Sure, but that's not a lot.
And it's one of the greatest hip-hop movies
I don't
of
consider
19.
him an actor. Let's just put it like that.
No, it's not about being an actor, dude. All the bro, it's hard to be a fucking multi-talented person that goes into acting. That's tough. I'm just saying the fact that they got into it builds their popularity. That's
Sure.
crazy.
I'm just saying they're more globally bigger. That's all.
Because of the movies.
Nah,
I'm talking
I'm
about
not-
music.
nah, I'm not
and
jacking
success. Listen, bro, Jay and Eminem, 50 and Eminem, I think they themselves would say, nah, if I
What
could
do you think
it
is
with
better?
Jay, in what sense?
Just rapping.
50.
No. I mean like Eminem and Jay. And you think 50's better than?
All three. Yeah, I think 50 is the best of all three. 50 at his prime, yeah.
I mean,
Prime
yeah,
50,
he makes good songs and shit. I
No,
like his
Prime
writing.
50 fucks all of them up.
But
I love
like-
Jay long term, business wise, success wise. Like, put it this way, I didn't like Tyler the Creator musically till Call Me If You Get Lost. I always loved Tyler the Creator for his shows, business, the way he is, but I couldn't get into his music. Call Me If You Get Lost dropped, and he made that shit like a DJ drama mixtape album, and it finally made sense to me. I was like, nah, I get it
Damn,
now.
you sleep, dude.
He's a
I've
producer.
always fucked with
I,
Tyler.
I never I always fucked with him, but not on the music sense. When he dropped "Call Me If You Get Lost," it opened it up to me, and I was like, I get it
Who
now.
do you think is whack?
It's tough. I don't like to hate
Come
on
on,
nobody.
you gotta have somebody.
I make music, dog. So as an artist myself, even as a human being, even the people that will. If like when people would hate on Lil Yachty, like remember I said earlier,
Sure.
when people hate on something, I look to it to find what people understand about it and like about it.
You fuck with Lil B?
Yeah, he's a legend. Lil B follows me on Twitter. Hell yeah,
Hell
shout
yeah,
out
he
Lil
follows
B.
me too.
If you're listening, and we know you are.
Bass Guy's a
Lil B's the
legend.
man. And guess what? You know who the pack is? That's one of my favorite fucking groups. Got my Vans on, but they
course.
look. Fuck that. After that, they came out with a follow-up single called "Shining." Shining, bitch, I'm shining.
It was in
Homie.
my car. Wasn't it in my car?
I think the album. No, maybe the album was called "In My Car."
No,
Whatever.
not the album. It was a song that they came out with.
Oh, that's a different song too. But they have a song called "Shining." That's like I love that
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
What
think
about
I-
6ix9ine?
I love 6ix9ine until he became a
Both
snitch.
6ix9ine.
I don't fuck with snitches. I hate Gunna. I hate any snitch. Any person that's a snitch is terrible. Because if you choose to do the dirt, fuck that, man. Stop bringing people down with you. Misery loves company. I hate that. Hate that.
So you wouldn't be able to listen to their music anymore.
I can't. I learned, it's a big thing for me to people. I like to tell people learn to separate the art from the artist. As I'm getting older, I understand that's not fair. Because I think Michael Jackson's one of the greatest, musically, talent wise. But I don't have that nigga on my fucking library. I don't want to promote that shit. But if it comes on and
You consider that promoting?
It's not my lover. That's just so raw. But I'm not fucking
Listening
with
to
that.
it-
I'd
listening
rather
to
listen
it-
to a million other things before I listen to that.
Listening to it is
On my
considered
album.
promoting it.
Yeah. I'm choosing.
Really?
You choose with your dollar. You choose with your time span. You choose with your attention span. You promote that. If you don't have much choice, or
That's not
power,
promoting.
You don't have much power in your life.
Say I pirated his music in my.
You're still choosing to pirate that faggot instead of some other person's.
Yeah.
You're choosing to pirate that piece of shit instead of official Heir. You're choosing to pirate that Chico instead of Velasco. You're choosing to pirate that guy instead of Ape. I'd rather you pirate somebody that's not a pedophile or a snitch.
I mean, does it make a difference to them though?
I don't give a fuck. They're fucking snitches and pedophiles.
That's what I'm saying. Does it really matter? I mean,
Yeah, but that's like the people that fucking are doing mass shootings and shit like that. I don't care what they go through. I don't care what they think. Fuck them. You're a piece of shit. You're gonna go to hell and whatever. You think it's cool now? You're just doing it for the fulfillment. Like I do with jerking off on porn. When I finish jerking off and watching porn, I feel like a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And that's it.
So you thought it was morally wrong what 6ix9ine did?
Anybody that snitches is morally wrong because he was choosing
In any situation.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's wrong because all
any
those
situation.
people.
So you go to jail for some guys that have evil intentions toward you?
Well, here's the thing. You're the evil.
Forget even about 6ix9ine. Let's just put in a situation.
But
Like,
evil intentions towards me. But I'm hanging out with them. These are my dogs. These guys are helping me succeed. I know they're doing wrong. They just chose to start doing wrong to me. If they're fucking up, killing other people, and I'm like, damn, this is what they're capable of. And then one day they just choose, hey, it's your turn. Now I'm gonna be capable of doing this to you.
Yeah.
Nah, that's my fault. I knew what you were capable of. I knew it.
Yeah.
At one time it was
So
cool to
you're
me because I
gonna-
was succeeding and taking advantage of it. Now it's bad because it's on me. No, I choose to be in this situation. I choose to deal with this. I could be rich right now. I could be a multi-millionaire if I decided to sell crack. I don't want to deal with crack.
I got it. So therefore, in that situation, like if it had to come down to like, listen, you could, if these guys, let's say these guys did some fucked up shit and whatever, yeah, like you said, eventually they eventually turn on you. You'll just be like, fuck it, I'll do the jail time.
I'll do 30 years.
I'll
for
do
you
30
guys.
years for these guys.
I'll be stand up. I'm not gonna do 30 years because they're doing wrong too, and I'll get out on good timing. And the truth is, when I get out, the whole world's gonna fucking hold me down and love me. And at the end of the day, I'm
You
gonna
think
fucking.
so?
I don't care what the world thinks. At the end of the day, I say that at first because that's what I feel like the general average Joe like resonates to. But me personally, I'm gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be able to when I get out, and even when I'm in doing the time, I know my family's out, not worried about them. My family, my loved ones, my dog, nobody's worried because they know them. He took the time. The fucker, he already did the bad. He already got the punishment. There's no need to fucking go hurt him more. If I'm a snitch like that guy did all this thing about my mom. Listen, I didn't care about his mom. I didn't care about his kid, his BM. I didn't care about none of that. Those people for the rest of their life, they gotta live looking back across their shoulder, looking back. Oh, what's going on? For the rest of their life, that paranoia exists, homie. That's undeniable, dog, and that's unforgivable, and
Yeah.
and the truth is, it's justifiable.
But the reason
You
for
deserve it.
but the reason for snitching or not is different from whether or not your family is that's not the main reason why.
It is though. People
that's
are
not
gonna
the
come
main-
for your family if you're snitching for
But
good
that's
reasons.
the main reason why you think it's bad to snitch.
No.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
So all right, school shooting.
Let's say hypothetically, if you do, nothing would happen.
Huh?
Let's say hypothetically, if you did, nothing would happen to your family. You're saying there's a possibility, right? You do snitch.
No, even if hypothetically nothing would happen, still the conscious of it, and the truth is, the people I'm bringing down, it's the same concept when I kill somebody. Like killing somebody's fucked up, because you're not just killing that person. As fucked up as they are, you're taking somebody's son, you're taking somebody's brother, you're taking somebody's nephew, somebody's niece. Killing, like, it's not about the person you're affecting, it's about the people. It's not about the person you're snitching on, it's about the people related to that person you're snitching on. That's how I feel, dude. It's about the people related to that person. I
So
don't
say
wanna-
he's like an orphan who has no friends or anything, and you just kill him. Is
Yeah,
that fine?
no friends or anything.
We're trying to stretch this hypothetical to.
Yeah, no, you
I'm
gotta
trying-
stretch it. No, you
the
have
point
to.
of-
You
the
have
point
to.
of
You
it
have
is
to.
only to
Yeah,
make sure
so-
that we understand why it's bad.
Yeah, so we can
Do
get
I,
to.
and I don't know him.
Yeah, let's say
fuck
all
you,
that
no.
shit.
He
Yeah, what
did
do you-
something wrong. He did something I think is more
No,
wrong.
let's say he did
Like if he
nothing
did
wrong.
tax evasion, fuck IRS. I'm not snitching on
Yeah.
tax evasion.
Right.
Did he rape somebody? Did he kill somebody? Did he do a school shooting?
No.
Did he rape somebody? Kill somebody? No. He didn't do
I think the situation
is it a blue collar
is
crime?
that you probably did something with these guys, but they eventually turned on you, did some fuck shit, and then.
No, yeah. Well,
Let's say that's the case. I don't know. I guess.
it's my fault. I was hanging out with him.
True. I know. That's why it's a
But
hard.
I mean,
Listen,
they don't give a fuck about
I hate the fact that I'm saying this on air, but this is the answer you want. The reason why I'm not snitching is because, yes, the moral shit aspect of it, but the truth is, morally, I wrote.
I would never be in that situation because I don't do no
Right, but-
crime. But it's
Dick,
it's a
you're
good
putting me in the
hypothetical.
position. You can't fucking say that now.
It's
You're
a-
asking me.
No, it's a good hypothetical though because people
great
are always saying,
hypothetical.
huh?
But he would
a great
still
it's a great hypothetical.
he should still be able to answer you if you gave him that same hypothetical though.
Of course.
Yeah, but
Even if you would never-
I hate the. Oh, I'll never be in that situation because it's like, Dick, we're in the situation. All of us now, hypothetically. Let's not say that. So my thing is, what I was about to get to is, growing up, I always feel like I'll do the time. I'm gonna get out and get you. But nowadays, I'm old enough to understand I don't gotta get you. The universe is gonna get you. Whether you believe in God or not, the universe, karma, all that shit gonna get you. I don't gotta get you. Before I grew up with the idea of go ahead, snitch, I'll get you myself. I'm gonna do the time, eat it on the head, eat it on the chin. The whole fucking hood and world's gonna be like, damn, he's a gangster for doing that. That's a testament to fucking, you know.
So that's why that's the real reason why you wouldn't want
I grew up on that, but now I realize it's different aspects. It's not just that, it's my family, it's my loved ones.
It's not black, so black and white.
Nothing in life is black and white. Black and white's Illuminati tool to control us. Nothing in life is black and white, dog. Everything's complex. That's why.
So there's limits. There's limits. You're saying
to everything.
Okay.
Hell yeah, homie.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm just asking, bro.
What was the reason? What was the reason that it was bad?
The
snitching.
Because that's how he grew up, and.
Because it's what?
Oh no!
You're saying more or less that's how he grew up.
The moral aspect, and snitching is bad. If I'm choosing to do the crime, I'm gonna choose to do the time. That's when snitching's bad. Yeah. If I'll snitch on a school shooter, if I don't know some guy.
Say for people that don't people that just fucking completely turn their back on you, they treat you like a piece of shit. They're I don't know. They're fucking your daughter or some shit. I don't know. You're gonna do the bid for those guys?
What do you mean? If I'm doing the bid for them, it's because I'm doing what they're framing me. I'm being framed.
You can either choose whether or not you're gonna fucking snitch, so that you don't have to do that time.
But dog, if you're kidding me, because like if I'm selling drugs with him, if it's Ghost and Tommy and we're in power, and he's fucking my daughter, and that's different because we're selling drugs, and it's like, all right, I knew what was going on. This guy's a piece of shit. He fucks his wife, DA officer, my daughter. He fucked everybody, and I'm selling drugs with him. I get it. If this is like just a different scenario where like, you know, like you're just a random guy that's fucking my daughter, like I'm not selling drugs, I don't even know who you are, like this is like, whoa, you're selling drugs and you're fucking my daughter and you're killing people? Nah, hey, what's going on here? This is
and
terrible.
You guys did some illegal shit together.
No, if I did illegal
Which
shit,
is the point.
That's the answer.
That's the
reason
second
I did illegal shit, that's it. It all goes out the window. The second I did illegal shit, I take self-accountability, it's self-responsibility. I've lived too long.
So you take a bid for this guy.
It's my fault. It's not for him. It's for me.
But you are taking a bid for him.
It's for me. It's for me.
Despite the fact that if you snitch,
it's my choice to be associated with that guy.
Yeah, but it's also your choice whether or not you snitch.
Right, I'm not gonna snitch because it's my choice to be associated with that asshole that put me in this position.
Yeah.
And I'm the biggest asshole for putting myself in that position. That's how I would look at it. Yeah.
Because of
my fault.
Because of getting involved in it, then you should do the time and not involve him in the time. In other words, he deserves it,
and he's gonna get his bad shit, even if he never gets no type of civil justice in America.
He does deserve the civil justice then.
He deserves some type of justice, but the truth is, like what I was just saying, even if he doesn't get any civil justice and get put in a jail at no point in his life, at one day he'll be on his deathbed and be like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm an asshole. Even if he doesn't.
Or he'll just be like, life's great.
Yeah, or he could just be like, life's great.
Right.
Fuck it. But in my mind, I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah. I mean, but why would like snitching on a guy like that out of all people, like?
I dealt with it though. I put my, but the thing is, you kept saying I did illegal shit with him. So the second you say I did illegal shit with him, like anything he did, I'm just as bad as him now. That context is very important to me because it's like, if you're catching bodies, I'm catching bodies. You're selling dope, I'm selling dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's different.
You're trying to fuck me over, I'm gonna fuck myself over.
If I'm selling dope and not catching bodies, and you're catching bodies and selling dope, that's different then.
But what I'm saying is, if it's somebody that's really trying to fuck you over despite the fact that you both were involved
and I'm not trying to fuck him over.
Well, that's up to you whether or not you're trying to fuck him over.
Right. That's a stupid question. Yeah.
Despite the fact, I mean, he's still trying to fuck you over,
no matter
regardless of whether or not you're trying to.
You got to make the decision now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's
so
tricky.
If you're gonna do time, because you are gonna do time for that guy, because you're making the choice of not snitching.
But it's not for that guy. It's for me for choosing
what do you
to
gain?
Fucking hang out with that guy. No, it's not what I gain. I gained the peace of mind.
Why would that cause you any lack of peace of mind?
Because of my family outside, me.
But that's a different. That's a different reason.
Even though I don't have family, me and
that's a different reason, right? Because I mean,
wouldn't that be in your control though? You snitching on somebody?
That is in your control, of course.
And then, with them doing some time because of your action, consider it.
I mean, it's not necessarily in your control because that's what the judge hands out. You're not the one that's handing out the sentence. You're the one that's acting and deciding whether or not you're going to snitch or not. That's the only part that's in your control.
Right. But if you don't, then there's no chance that
Getting lit on a podcast is awesome.
But if you don't snitch, it implies that fuck. I forgot where I was gonna go now. Just
You're trying to say it might be similar to the train example.
yeah,
Exactly.
and
no,
that-
that's exactly where he was
And
going.
that,
yeah.
and that if you decide not to snitch, it would sort of be like just allowing the 1,000 people to get killed.
in a way.
And then if you did do it,
That's why the
but
context
see, the
matters.
the situation is this: you have no actual attachment to this to the train example. In other words, there's
never did, though.
there's nothing there that attaches you directly to that situation.
You never. Did.
Whereas in the situation of this, you are directly attached to this. You're directly put in a position of being forced to choose between one and the other.
It's pretty crazy. At the beginning of the podcast, we were talking about trains. Like, what do you guys consider a train sexually? And
Yeah.
Then a real
Maybe that's where
pivotal
the idea
point of
came
the
from, yeah.
podcast is the train example.
Yeah.
Maybe the title of the podcast should be Trains.
Trains, yeah.
Trains with official air.
Oh,
All right.
Yo. All right, so back to we're doing the Kendrick beef. We got some juicy music shit we could do.
Who's your favorite out of the three?
What are the three? Kendrick, Drizzy.
Yeah, Cole.
So man, it's tricky. I think Drake's. You know how I say Jay's the most successful. I think Drake's the most successful, but I think J. Cole's the most lyrical. J. Cole's the best when it comes to talent wise. He
Yeah.
just doesn't have the success. I grew up with J. Cole. Have you guys ever had an artist that you knew about before he became mainstream, and then he became mainstream, and then you were kind of like, fuck.
We all do. We all say that.
For me, that's Cole. And like, I grew up with, for me, the artists that, like, when I was in high school, for me, the big four are the founding fathers of like my musicdom and fandom, and like, really as who I am as an artist too, because you guys influence how I make music a lot today. It's Charles Hamilton. Do you guys know who that is?
Dude, Charles Hamilton's one of my favorite rappers.
Me too. Me fucking
Like
too.
I've have.
Me fucking too.
Dude, I'm.
To me, he was over Cole, Drake, and Cudi.
Oh, for
Those
sure,
are my
bro.
four. It's Cole, Drake, Cudi, Charles Hamilton's before all of them. It was him first. and
I've
then
talked to
those
Charles
three nerds.
on like
No
Twitter and
way,
shit.
he's
Yeah.
responded to you?
Yeah, of course, bro.
That's cool as
He's
fuck.
super cool, bro.
Charles Hamilton, if you're listening, you know it.
Yo, he's dope, bro. He's trust me, bro. I have like thousands of
He
tracks.
came out on Empire.
Yeah, he did with Rita Ora.
You saw that? Yeah, he gained so much weight.
He had came back from like he was going through it and shit, and then he got like he signed
His
to a
whole
label.
life changed after his girlfriend punched him in the face.
Sadly, bro. I feel like that put him in a pedestal where people didn't. And
he
him
was
getting
on drugs
dropped.
too. Nah, he was on crazy drugs too.
Nah, I don't think he was on
He
crazy
raps
drugs
about
on
it. He raps about it.
Interscope.
He raps about it.
He
Listen,
was homeless before he got signed and shit, and he was obviously
The drugs made him
He
homeless.
did drugs and shit.
He was on crazy hard drugs, and he raps about it openly. Like,
Of course, bro.
yeah,
Trust me,
like,
bro. Yeah, trust me. I listen to Charles. Like he's
My dog.
probably like
I love
my
Charles,
favorite
man.
rapper.
That
ever,
early
bro.
Charles Hamilton
And
shit
his
was
production, bro. He's inspired me so much to make
Crazy.
beats.
That's-
He's the reason why I make beats, bro.
That makes a lot. Wow.
Yeah, bro,
That
like-
is raw.
Literally, bro. Like
That is so
his
fucking
production is
cool.
out of insane, bro. Like
Yeah, he inspired me to do a lot of shit too. I flipped Brooklyn Girls a million times to Hialeah Girls. To this day, I have it out. I still want to flip it again another time. Like,
Yeah,
make it
Brooklyn
better.
Girls. He been used that sample before. Bryson Tiller and
Oh yeah, now it's famous because of Bryson Tiller. Yeah, I always trip out with
and
that.
J
Yeah,
Cole has a
yeah.
version of it too.
Yeah, I met Bryson Tiller in a gas station in Miami downtown.
But fucking.
Funny guy.
So you said Cole's your favorite out of the three?
Lyrically, artist wise, yeah, I think
I think-
Drake's the most successful.
I mean, yeah, obviously he's the pop star like other ones, but I actually think like Kendrick probably has the most depth in his albums, bro. His bodies of work, I think, are.
I think you could argue that because I think one of the, you know how I asked you guys how you listen to albums from beginning to end.
Oh,
One of-
I would pick Kendrick as one of them for sure. I'll listen to it from front to end for
Right.
sure.
One of my favorite not one of my favorite time listening to an album from beginning to end is the only time I've ever thrown up from weed. I smoked a backwood the first time ever, but I rolled it like a Dutch. I split it down the middle. I didn't unleaf it.
Yeah.
And I listened to Good Kid, Mad City from front to top. I threw up at the beginning of it. I had to play the album from the beginning again after I finished throwing up and shit.
Damn.
But yeah, crazy story. But I listened to the album from beginning to end, and that shit felt like a movie. To this day, that's one of my goals, to create a project of music. And I think So Scorpio, my last album, it feels like that. It feels like a rom-com where the guy is doing good, and then he meets the girl, and then it's tough. And that was my goal, my last album. But yeah, that's my goal, to make a project of music like that, where I feel how I listened to Good Kid, Mad City from beginning to end that first time. I listened to and not like purposely, like I was just like, oh shit, new Kendrick, I'm gonna just listen to it. The cover's cool, and to this day, I remember it with these colors and shit like that.
I think Drake's last albums have been like pretty like
Mid.
just alright.
Mid. All his albums have been mid since Take. No, if you're reading this as Too Late was cool, but it's not sonically a good album. Like from front to top, like the way he set it up. I like the way he chronically said Nothing Was the Same. That was a really cool album. I think that's the best. Tuscan Leather is on that one.
I think that's that was Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, that's the best intro of all time to me. Tuscan Leather, to me. For a long time I thought it was Nightmares and Dreams and Nightmares, but that's just a good turn up song in the club. The best intro as an artist, I think, is that Tuscan Leather. Like he hits everything on that. Like it's not maybe a pop record, it's not maybe a hit record that's playing on the radios, but like, dog, that sets such a tone. It has like 3 beat switches. He talks about real shit. He even says at the album, like he has this one point in the song.
Is Drake one of your favorite rappers?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah?
100%. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. One of my favorite artists. Yeah.
What about MF Doom?
I respect him. I have a lot of love for him.
Yeah.
I feel the same way this is how I used to feel for Tyler the Creator. I respect him. I have a lot of love for him, but I don't have like favorite songs I can name of him. I love that whole shit though. But that's why I love Dr. Doom.
Doom is dope. Fucking. What about? I don't know. I'm just thinking of names right now. Who I fucking listen to.
No, I mean, so right now I'm doing a deep dive on Mexican OT, but like one of the artists that are consistent for me that I'm always going to. You guys don't know who Short Dog is?
Sounds familiar.
From Young Money. He used to be in Young Money. He did Pass Me the Dutchie with Your Left Hand with Wayne. He did a lot of old school. So Me and My Drink with Short Dog. Now his name is Fresh. He changed his name to Fresh. That's my nigga. He actually is a ghostwriter on Kanye's Vultures. He fucking he put a post up on his IG saying Penny Hardaway, and like he put the name of he put a screenshot of the record he ghostwrote for on Kanye. But yeah, I listen to him a lot, man, consistently. He's dope. Besides, I'm trying to give you names that aren't like the regular names that are big.
I'm trying to just think of different people. What about, you ever heard of JPEG Mafia?
I've heard of him, yeah, of course. He's huge, actually. What you mean have I heard of him? He has what's his biggest single?
I'm not even sure.
It's a feature with somebody. Well, he's done a lot. He did the album with Danny Brown, which was cool.
Oh yeah, that was Scaring the Hoes.
It's one person.
What do you mean?
I thought JPEG Mafia was like at least one or two guys. He's one person.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought it would have been more than one guy. Yeah, they're cool. That's cool. I mean, he's cool.
I'm trying to see who else I've been listening to.
Tyler's, I fuck with Tyler a lot, but he hasn't dropped no new shit.
Tyler's dope. Fucking. Who the fuck else I'll be listening to?
4-2 Doug. I like 4-2 Doug a lot. He's really gangster. I appreciate a rapper that's on that shit for real. And like there's certain times where they give certain details and they break down shit in a certain way that it's like, oh, he's really with this shit. He's really talking that street shit. Like I hate Jeezy. I'm an anti-Jeezy guy. I've never liked Jeezy. I'm more of a Gucci guy.
Okay.
But it's because you could tell Jeezy's just like he's Main Street. He's talking Main Street trap, and it's cool. It sells a lot of records, but it's not real trap.
Like you don't fuck with Jeezy? Jeezy has some bangers though.
I feel about the same way I feel about Jeezy the way I feel about Pac. Like I put Gucci's like the synonym for Biggie, and it's like I have this antagonization towards the other artists, towards Jeezy and Pac. But Jeezy's just fake, and you saw what he did to his fucking friend Pookie Loc, a guy he sent to be a shooter, and then that guy dies, and then 20 years later he agrees to do the verses. Where fucking Gucci says, yeah, we smoking on Pookie Loc tonight, boy. Yeah.
That was wild, right?
Bro, I never thought they would do the verses because of that. And then when they did it, that's like the only verses, that one and the Jadakiss verses with Dipset. That's the only verses I saw live, and dog, bro. That was ridiculous, bro. I can't believe that guy did that. And I was just having this conversation with my childhood best friend the other day. I was like, dog, it's not even about Pookie Loc, because at the end of the day, Pookie Loc agreed to do that. He agreed to be an asshole and be part of that lifestyle. You know what that's fucked up about? His family. His loved ones. Maybe he didn't have kids. What about his mom and dad? What about his brother or sister? Jeezy knows those people exist. How does that guy sleep at night, dog? And hey, listen, I'm gonna come out on the record. This is gonna kill any chance I have to get a Jeezy feature. Hopefully not. Jeezy, if you're listening to this and you know who you are, you know what I'm talking about. But it's just hurtful, dog. Because if I send somebody to go catch a body for me, that guy gets murked. Like that's it. It's forever with this guy, and it's not. It doesn't even have to be a personal beef thing. It's like I'm thinking about the respect of that person's family, dog. Like, pobrecito, dog. I don't want them to have to relive that. And guess what? 20 years later, they have to relive that shit.
You ever smoked DMT?
Not yet. I heard y'all talking about drugs and psychedelics. The furthest psychedelic I've done is shrooms. I've done like 4 grams of shrooms.
That's enough.
But I straight up like you get stripped out with the tea. Like tea's tea's the first way I did shrooms. The first couple times that
tea.
I've never done tea.
Yeah, you've never done what's the name of it? There's lemon tea. I forgot what the fuck it's called.
No, I've never taken tea.
But like you make it yourself. Like what you do is you put the shroom. You get lemons. You squeeze the lemons in a cup.
Yeah.
You grind the shrooms. Make them finite. Cut them up with like a knife type shit. On a grinder. Cut them up, put them in the bottom of a cup, put lemon juice. Actual lemons from real lemons is what I would do. Nowadays, I just do like, have you ever bought like the yellow bottles from Publix, like to like season the food type shit?
Sure.
Just get that shit. Put it in the cup, and that's the tea, homie. You just whip it up with the shrooms in that fucking lemon juice. And you just, it's lemon tech. It's called lemon tech. That's the name of it. It's lemon tech. And the reason why you do lemon is because the lemon juice, that acid, fights the acid that the mushrooms have so you don't throw up. I've never thrown up off mushrooms because I always lemon tech. Even if I'm eating it raw, I'll try to drink like a citrusy, acidy drink like that. I'm not big on juice, but when I shroom, I do it. For that reason. So lemon tech's a really good way to like shroom, but every time I've shroomed, I've done heavy doses. Like I've never done light doses. Like three and a half and up. Every time.
What about crack? How you feel about crack?
Never. But I've tried it.
Never?
Yeah, I've tried it. But like it's not something I tried it like as a kid. Like we're in high school in PE in Barber Goldman.
That's where you did
doing
it?
laps. Yeah,
That's
we're
some wild shit.
no. There's a kid. We're smoking high. We're smoking a joint. We're smoking a joint, and this nigga has a pipe that looks like.
Yeah, you should.
This nigga has a pipe like other kids have pipes, like to hit the bowl. And he pulled out a pipe and he goes, "Yeah, no, but I'm on papers. I can't smoke weed, so I'm smoking this." And,
What the?
And I go, whatever. And we were smoking our joint, and the joint finishes, and then like whatever, and then he's like, no, he kept hitting the shit. He's like, whatever, you want to hit it? And then I hit it, and I go, and I hit it, and I thought it was weed, I thought it was like fake weed. To be honest, that was like Cloud 9. Tremendo headache. I had a headache, super huge headache, and then he tells me it's crack, and I'm like, bro, what? What's wrong with you? You gotta tell me it's crack first. He's like, dog, I thought you knew. I told you like I'm on papers. What else can I smoke if I'm on papers? And I'm like, the Cloud 9 shit, the K2, or I think it was K2, is that what it's called? Whatever. I thought it was that, dog. But he had that, and it just gave me a little headache, like, whatever. It was a really small dose, I didn't even know how to smoke at the time.
Well, I think that's all we got for today, bro. I think we gotta go.
Yeah, this is it.
Well, you got anything else you want to say?
Can I do a plug?
Go for it,
yeah.
Yeah,
Go
dog,
for it.
y'all check me out, Official Air.
Check 'em out.
Music everywhere except IG. It's Official Air 305, but everywhere else it's Official Air. That's HEIR, and that's Air, not hair, like some people might think it is. But yeah, dog, and I got a podcast coming soon, 4 episodes of the Aircast. That's gonna be on my YouTube at Official Air, and then on streaming platforms it'll be at the Aircast, THC. And yeah, man, thank y'all for listening.
All right. Peace.
Well, guys, peace. We'll see you next week.
Doses.